Another live build, live stream. We've got some epic parts on the desk here today. Sorry we're late. Editor Carl, he couldn't get the buttons to work this time. So any hate mail, direct it his way. But as you can tell, we do have a very special guest with us today.
Hello, I'm Asus. If you're unfamiliar with my channel, I do Star Wars gaming videos.
Also known as Aaron.
Yes.
Although that might have been top secret knowledge.
No,
it's all over now. That's it. We're okay. Perfect. And this is quite an important video for you because partnered with Asus ROG and Nvidia, who are proudly sponsoring this stream. #ad. This is actually going to be your PC.
It is. It's going to be for the best gaming experience and content creation, live streaming, making my videos for the foreseeable future.
You don't sound that excited. This is your new PC.
I'm overwhelmed. I'm overwhelmed.
Okay. What, the sheer quantity of boxes?
The quality that I can see in front of me, you know. I know what's coming.
Well, we're going to go through absolutely everything. We've changed the camera too. There we go. I've noticed this time because you guys are always moaning, saying, "Why have you got the buttons on the desk? Like, I can see the buttons. It's so annoying when you press the buttons. Can you get someone else to press the buttons?" Well, that's what we're doing here today. Carl's on the buttons. He's also on like his audio, things like that. There's a lot for him to do today. All right. So you finally got your wish. If it doesn't go to plan, it's literally your fault. But yes, we're building your PC here today. We've got an RTX 4080 Super. What are you currently rocking in your rig?
For the past 4 years, I've been using a 3080 since it came out. It's been great, but you know, we know how much better this is. Some of the stuff it can do.
Yeah, so. Exactly. You've got loads more technology gone onto this. You've got more raw power as well. Features like DLSS 3, frame generation, super resolution, ray reconstruction, all of those things.
Yeah.
Have we got time to bring out the ray jokes again, or have we exhausted that last time, didn't we?
We've had enough of ray stubs.
No.
Stingray.
Yeah.
Cosmic ray. Yeah.
Stingray. Yeah, that's a joke for a different video. But yeah, and this is obviously an all Asus rig as well. As far as sponsors go, I think you've lucked out here.
Yeah.
Really. Let's be honest with all of this. So they've supplied most of the parts for this, but I have to be really careful here today because we have a live SSD that's got your life on it.
This has my entire YouTube channel, basically. All my presets, editing templates, the lot, it's all on there. And
you brought it to me. So we will let you handle that one, I think. But fundamentally as well, you have a lot of knowledge on PC gaming, PC parts, but you've not really built many rigs in your time.
I've only built 2 of my own.
Okay.
So
that's not bad.
4 years ago, and then before that, like 5 or 6 before that, yeah.
Yeah, what was your sort of first PC?
So the first PC was a pre-built from a local retailer. It was like a 3rd or 4th generation i3 with a GTS 450.
It's a bit of an upgrade here. So.
Yeah. And then I went to like I think it was an i5, then it was i7, 650 Ti, and then I got a 1060, 1080.
So you've been working your way up. So this is not going to be like a real beginner's sort of PC build, but it's fair to say you're not necessarily familiar with all of the new parts that we have here today. So I love doing PC builds with other people because we get extra questions that we don't normally get on the channel. So first things first, if you were going to be building this yourself, what would be the first thing you think you would do?
Probably either take a look at the case, see what we're working with, and then start with the motherboard and put stuff in that way. Yeah,
pretty much. I mean, we can do that if you want. I mean, we have a brief overview of the case, and then I think we'll work on the motherboard, and we will sort of build up on that, place it inside, and obviously walk everyone through what we're doing as we go. But this is your new chassis, and it's very personal to everyone.
Yeah.
Why did you go with this one specifically? This is brand new, actually, from Asus.
It fits. So I'm a bit specific. I want my PC on my desk, and this is pretty much the same size as my current case.
Yeah.
Very similar, but it's got like a bigger window and stuff like that. So I do like the design of it.
Nice thick.
There we go.
Oh, and I've set the dog off. He thinks there's someone at the door. Disaster. But yeah, you could knock someone out with that. Look.
Whoa.
It's not an invitation.
No, I don't want to break it.
I don't want to break it. Okay. I've actually had my first. I was saying to you earlier, my first ever broken tempered glass panel was delivered to me last week. In 12 years of doing PC building, it's the first time it's happened, and it's really sad. But you have forgotten the crucial piece of information, which is to tell the lovely people watching the name of the chassis.
So this is the GT302 RGB.
Yeah.
It's brand new from Asus.
Yeah.
It's going to be good for beginner builders for sure. We can see here it's got more simplistic layout for beginner building, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And it's got all the fans you need to get started as well, pre-installed.
Yeah, I mean, the thing with chassis is typically, like, especially if you're trying to save money, they kind of look similar, but when you actually get them in and you sort of look at them and you sort of feel the quality of them, they vary quite a lot. Yeah. And obviously ASUS tends to be one of those brands that sometimes you have to spend a little bit more money, but you really do get quality as a result. And key things actually with this one that I really like is this does support the ASUS BTF standard, which we're not going for here today. A little bit sad about that, but that's okay. We can't have everything. Where we have these cutouts here, so that means you could get a completely like cable-free experience if you wanted to do that. And they also sell graphics cards as well that will do the same thing, which is pretty cool. But yeah, that's obviously not really the end of the world. The case will work with normal builds as well. And I also like the high airflow optimization design that you've got going on here. It kind of looks more solid, which I always think looks a little bit better, but then it's got all of the airflow associated with mesh as well. But if we take this out, panels come off toollessly. Again, nice thick quality panel there. And we could go around to the other side. Cable management here. Again, you've got those cutouts if you're going for BTF, and I'm fairly sure by the looks of this supports either micro ATX, so the smaller motherboards with BTF, or full-size ATX. But yeah, cable management there. Doesn't look like we've got hubs or things. You do have a couple of hard drive bays down the bottom, and you do have some hard drives at home?
I do. I'm going to put them in when I get home, basically, because I've got a bunch I need to sort out. So.
Yeah. No, that's fair enough. All of your data, but if you do migrate to like a solid-state SSD, obviously you won't have any vibrations and things, which especially as nice as it is to have your like gaming PC on your desk, I get annoyed.
I think my phone is vibrating sometimes, so.
Oh, but it's actually just your PC. With 4 hard drives will do that. You've got 2 USB 3s on the front, and then you've got your Type-C as well. But yeah, so that's the chassis, but I would park this aside for 1 second, and I'll say that we should probably start with the motherboard. But before we do that, obviously massive hello to everyone watching. Sorry we've ignored you. We've got someone more important here today. Apologies for that. Let us know how you're getting on. It's been a while since we've done a live stream. Who we got in the chat? Over to you, Carl.
We've got a few people. Oh, wait, I need to turn my microphone on now.
Carl needs to turn his mic up, ladies and gentlemen. That's it. He's slacking on the buttons.
I've changed the microphone now. Yeah, we've got a few people in here. We've got Torno Pix, David Damasenko, Roger Pickles.
Roger Pickles.
Hello, Pickles.
He says afternoon, Andrew.
He's a big PC builder. He loves building PCs.
He's one of yours, is he?
Yeah.
Ah. Is he related to Martin Gherkin?
Sure.
That's what you get on this channel.
Asus ROG are in the chat. Antec UK are in the chat.
There we go.
Andy Martinez in the chat.
Ah.
Yeah, we've got a few people in here today. Yeah.
There you go. Well, if you want to know anything about this rig, about you, about your channel, about literally anything, ask away. If we don't answer it, either, you know, too much information or frankly, it wasn't interesting enough. We're going to move on to the motherboard now, though. And this, overhead, please, Carl. There we go. Oh, there we go. And the other button, the overlay. Picture in picture.
I don't have one.
Oh no, you must do. I'm gonna crawl on the floor and press the button myself. There we go. No one realised that. That was so slick. Motherboard. Obviously, this is a Z790 motherboard, which means we've gone for Intel. Why did you go for Intel? I mean, how much choice was there? Because you've currently got like an AMD system at the moment.
So I've been running Ryzen, but before that I was only Intel, and now Intel's up their game a lot, and this is the best PC you can get for content creation, streaming as well, and gaming. So yeah, it's definitely a big upgrade, and I can't wait to get you to use it.
I mean, definitely on the Intel side of things, we touched on this a couple of weeks ago. Actually, we did a video all about the efficiency cores and how much difference they make for gaming, which actually surprisingly was, say, a decent amount. I mean, I and a lot of people I think assume that the performance cores that you have, so here you've got 8 performance cores. These are obviously do the big lifting, the heavy lifting for all of your gaming, and then the efficiency cores, I sort of thought mainly sit in the background.
Yeah, I was a bit worried about that when this sort of first came out, and I was like, I'm looking at the other side potentially for my next build, but now it's been a few years, we can see that it actually has done a pretty good job. Yeah,
I mean, the efficiency cores are actually used in games when you need them as well, which is what we found out in our video when it sort of went through it, all of it. But obviously for streaming and things like that, where you need a lot of sort of like multi-threaded performance and single-threaded at the same time.
Especially when a game takes up a lot of cores, and most of the games I tend to play take up a lot. So.
I mean, you're mainly like Star Wars?
Yeah, so like Battlefront, for example, is the one I stream the most, and that is pretty, I mean, it's very optimized, especially in an older game now, but it does take up a lot of CPU power.
So you need all of that, plus the extra cores on the side to allow it to stream. I mean, obviously you also could have gone for Ryzen with like their X3D chips, and I think they've improved quite a lot in terms of their, what am I thinking of, Carl? Core provisioning service. Compared to launch. We need to do some more testing with that actually, where they have like 3D Vcache on 8 of the cores, and then the other 8 kind of get used for like the background tasks as well. But what? Oh no, it's a disaster. What's happened?
I can't turn that off.
But I've got to go back in a second. This is a disaster. I can't be doing this the whole video.
We might have to
get a long stick. Ryzen do offer their chips obviously as well, and they've come down in price as well. So I don't know. I honestly think it's kind of
you can't really go wrong.
You can't. That's the best way of looking at it. You can't really go wrong. The only thing if you go for Intel is to obviously make sure you have a decent cooler as well, as they tend to run a little bit warmer. But yeah, trading blows, good place to be. CPUs definitely have improved quite a lot in the last few years. Anyway, moving back onto the build and moving this build on. Z790, so you can do some overclocking with this. If you went for B series, it could have saved yourself some money, and you still get memory overclocking, but you lose a little bit of bandwidth. It's going to depend really on what it is that you need. Like for best value, go for B. If you want to sort of be able to do everything, Z obviously offers you the largest.
I have been using a B series anyway for the past 4 years, and you know, it's been great. So.
Yeah, no complaints. So this is definitely an upgrade for you. Also, this is a Wi-Fi 7 board, which is pretty cool actually, because obviously next generation of Wi-Fi means it's going to be faster. I have a feeling, Editor Carl might have to check this, some fact checking. I have a feeling Wi-Fi 7 as well gives you better range. Is that right? I can't remember. Wi-Fi 7 is better. Oh no, that was it. Yeah, sorry. Yes, my favorite thing about Wi-Fi 7 is we're finally now at the point where like ISPs, so your internet service provider, this sounds so boring to the one viewer still watching. I apologise, but this is true. Doesn't matter where you live. ISPs are now offering broadband services where they come over a gigabit per second, and most routers now, even like Wi-Fi 6E routers, unless you're buying like a really high-end one, they will come with still like a 1 gigabit like WAN input, which obviously isn't sufficient. So loads of people are now actually going to have to upgrade their router to something more sufficient. Like, so having Wi-Fi 7 support is actually going to be quite important.
And Asus do routers as well, so if you're looking for a brand, there you go.
This is sponsored. Don't worry, they will get plenty of coverage. It's okay. I think we'll be all right with the shout-outs. I'll let you do it as it's yours. Okay. You haven't seen any of these parts because they were delivered here, actually. So, yeah, we'll let you have a little play with these. Do you want picture? Yeah, I'm going to crawl onto the desk again. Oh, there you go.
Wow, this is a heavy board.
Yeah. especially I can guarantee like what you have at the moment, especially if it's B
series. It looks very similar, but wow, the weight on that side is.
Well, you have serious cooling on the VRMs as well, and if you have a look on this side, loads
more
of
I/O.
USB.
That's good. I'm very happy with that.
Yeah, exactly. And these are the sort of things you don't always think about. Doesn't matter what brand of motherboard you buy, whether it's like AMD, Intel. You know, it does not matter. I would always strongly advise that you do look at the back of your motherboard as well as like the front or the onboard I/O, to make sure it actually has everything that you need, because there have been quite a few times I've built systems that either don't have Wi-Fi and then I need Wi-Fi, or I don't know, if you've got 6 USB devices and you've only got 4 or 5 ports on the back, not ideal. So you always need to check this sort of stuff. So we take the motherboard. This is not actually the heaviest one I've ever felt. This is like upper mid when it comes to weight, I'd say. We've definitely come a long way. If you pack that sort of box away neatly, we can pop this on top of the box and then we can start building on it. You've also got your Supreme FX audio on this one, which is going to be great if you want to go for like analog audio, because you get less like signal noise and things. I don't know how many people use analog headsets these days, to be fair. Maybe analog headphones. I use analog headphones, but I have like a separate DAC. Anyway, that's off topic. So yes, we have our motherboard here, and we will be putting our GeForce RTX 4080 Super in a little bit later. But for now, we're going to need our CPU, and the one you went for is an i9, right? And am I right in thinking Asus got this for you as well?
They did.
Like, I don't. How has this happened? I don't get this. This is unbelievable.
Very, very lucky.
So they've given you a 4900 KF. So, you know, not quite the KS, unfortunately. So, I don't know. Maybe we should swap it out for an i3. I don't know. Obviously, this is pretty much the best gaming CPU you can get. Pretty much trade blows with the 7800 X3D from Ryzen. But obviously, you've got way more cores on this. So for productivity and for gaming and streaming, like you do, this is going to be ideal. Only thing to mention is that with the KF version, I'm looking at that camera.
It's got a light on it.
I know, but I'm saying I was looking at that camera. It's fine, don't worry about it.
I can't look where you're looking.
Look, if you want some extra buttons, we'll get you some extra buttons next time.
I need to face the other way.
You need to be a hotkey man, that's what you need to be. Because it's the F version, well, you tell me, what does the F mean?
I actually can't remember because I've been out of the Intel game for a bit.
Oh, there you go. So the F basically means it doesn't have a iGPU or integrated graphics on it. So what might happen if you're a novice builder, and a lot of people make this mistake, is they then put this in and
put it in the wrong socket.
Yeah, they plug in their output to here, which, especially if you don't have an iGPU on your board, definitely isn't going to work without some like configurations and things in the BIOS. But the other thing is that if you were going to be working with like certain 4K 60 files, H.265s, Editor Carl brought this up earlier, if you went for the normal version with the iGPU, you could use Intel QuickSync. But I don't think you need to.
I'm not working with that sort of stuff.
No, exactly. We're going to be using NVIDIA's Studio capabilities, as we'll talk about a little bit later anyway. So we're sorted with that. But if you want to install this for us as the expert with your 2 PC builds, maybe 3, you're under pressure here.
I should have given him a knife or something.
Yeah.
Can we go back? There we go. We're just going to sit here in silence and watch you struggle.
There we go.
Oh, no, there you go. There we go.
Didn't rip the box either.
Well, this is it, because I'm all about speed. I like rip stuff and chuck it over there.
I'm more of the one that tries to keep the box intact.
Well, because this is actually your stuff.
Yeah.
So that's the fundamental difference there. Here we go. We made it. Right. Okay, so we have our CPU, and obviously you want to be delicate with this. To get it installed, first you need to select your overhead camera. Yes, there we go. We've got Carl crawling on the floor. There it is, perfect. There's got to be a better system than that. And we want to open this up and drop it in. So if you open that up for me, will be a fair bit of resistance on that.
There we go.
And then, yeah, just flip that up.
Oh, it's the...
Yeah, so it should just come down. There we go. I think this has probably changed since last time you used an Intel CPU.
Yeah, this is...
Socket's gone a different way. Text facing downwards, so if you can read it, it'll be the right way up, but there will be some notches on it. But as long as that's upside down.
Oh.
I said as long as you can read it.
Oh, I thought you meant the other way around.
Your eyes are back to front. And then, yeah, just very delicately sort of like drop that down, and it will sort of self-shift into place with a little bit of force. There you go. That's the one.
There we go.
So as long as that's
it's been a while since I didn't want to, mess it up.
Exactly. This is the bit, to be fair, where if you're not careful, you can do a lot of damage.
Yeah.
So yeah, you definitely don't want to do that. And then obviously this then just flips back down, and you kind of like have to push it a bit with your hand. So so if you hold that bit, I'd say, because that plastic bit will pop off like it has. Oops. And then you just secure it back down. That's the one. Always catches people out the amount of force. So secure that in, to be fair.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah?
I did. That's quite a lot.
That is quite a lot. I mean, I'm pretty sure you've done it right. Yeah. Yeah. No worries.
Yeah. Because obviously my last processor was pins on the processor.
Yeah.
So.
And then if you then take that apart, you'll find that it kind of sticks to the
I'm worried
core.
about doing that.
No, you don't get that with Intel, fortunately, which is good. And to be fair, you don't get that with latest Ryzen either, because they've moved to LGA rather than PGA. Pin grid array. What's LGA stand for, Carl?
Line grid array?
I don't know. It doesn't sound right, but it might be. Go on, what is it?
Local government area.
There you go. I don't think that's it.
Land grid array.
Land grid. Ah, there we go. Right, anyway, back to business. Yeah. We've done that. That's the hard bit done, I think, and the bit that's going to scare a lot of people. Next bit, memory. And you're stealing this from me. Unbelievable.
He offered me a bunch of options.
I didn't offer you anything. You came here sort of raiding through the drawers saying, I don't have any RAM. You said, what if you don't give me any RAM, we ain't got a video, so that's on you, that's what he said. I offered him some 16 gig. He said, no, I want 64. We've settled in the middle with 32. So this is from Corsair. This is 6600 megahertz of RAM.
Double the speed of my current RAM.
Yeah, so you're on DDR4 obviously at the moment. Yeah. So yeah, be a decent upgrade. And especially for productivity as well, 32. 32 is going to be the minimum.
I've never really seen...
I'm doing it all, sorry.
I've never really I feel like I've maxed out, to be honest. Google Chrome at sometimes, but that's Google Chrome, isn't it?
Yeah. So this is some of the best looking stuff as well. I really like Corsair's memory. Generally speaking, with memory kits, it's hard to always recommend a specific one, because I've had issues with Corsair Vengeance on certain boards. I've had issues with Kingston Fury on certain boards. It's always a bit weird, especially if it's a brand new board. But the secret is, if you can't get your memory to run at its full rated speed with the XMP profile, before you do anything else, always update the motherboard BIOS, because quite often they will add compatibility in with future BIOS updates.
Especially with something newer that's more like DDR5, where it's
Yeah, exactly. I mean, these boards have been out for a while now, or at least boards that support DDR5 memory, so they are a lot better at it now. But yes, definitely at launch, regular BIOS updates to get everything to work. But yeah, if you have any issues, that's what we will do. We'll open up slots 2 and slots 4. It's There we go. Every time you see that pop up or disappear now, you'll know there is an editor card on the floor. Yeah, that's the one. So there's only one right way of doing it, and then just make sure the bottom and the top clicks into position.
There we go.
Yeah, that's the one. The CPU is weird because you've got to kind of use a little bit of force, but you want to use not much force, whereas with the RAM, it's okay to give it a proper push. So you can always check it by doing that. If you hear any clicks, then it wasn't in properly. So it's 32 gigabytes of memory, and this is odd. This is a C32 kit, but online, I think they only sell this. I could be wrong. I think they only sell this particular one at Corsair.com, because I tried finding it. I couldn't find it. So I've linked some similar RAM down in the description below. So timings of the RAM basically are the latency. So think of it as, sorry, we're distracted by the man on the floor again. Think of it as the faster the speed, the more cycles you've got. But then the latency is essentially from when the order, if you like, for the request, and then when it's actually received. So there's a little bit of delay. So you'll typically find that faster kits might have slower latency.
Yeah.
So if you wanted like the best RAM possible, you want a fast kit with low latency.
Yeah, that was something I was having to decide, because like mine was 3200, but then there's the 3000 option with
Decide? You just raided my drawer. You didn't decide anything.
between like the better timings, but yeah.
No, exactly. It's definitely, especially actually if you're going for a Ryzen CPU as well.
I'm just laughing at Asus ROG in the chat, just having a great time talking to everybody.
Oh, good. Oh, nice. And putting me off. Asus ROG, what are you doing?
Said if my boss asks, I'm engaging with the community.
Well, he is. He is. Yeah. There we go.
Yeah, he is.
Anyway, latency, especially if you're going for a Ryzen CPU, they're very sensitive to memory. Intel obviously as well, but typically not quite as much. But get a decent kit, especially if you're going for an i9 CPU. Now, I'm not having anything to do with this. It's storage next. I can't be trusted. So if it doesn't work, it's nothing to do with me. So you have 2 drives, right?
Yes.
You also need a screwdriver.
There's 2 there.
No, don't give him the dummy ones. You need a smaller sized one.
Prop screwdrivers.
So we need to double.
This
That'll
here?
be the one for the. That.
You're not gonna get tired of that.
No.
One closest to the CPU.
Yeah, that's the one. So this supports PCI Gen. Is this
Gen 5, I think.
Is it Gen 5?
Yeah, I think it does.
Let's have a look. I know it's definitely PCI Gen 5 on the slot here for your graphics card.
Yeah. Oh, expansion. Okay, so maybe not.
Yeah.
Oh,
so it's
okay, I was wrong.
SSD.
I was wrong.
So
It's Gen 4, but
yeah,
still.
Gen 4. To be honest with you, that doesn't really matter, because I think it's more important actually to have a Gen 5 slot for your graphics card than for your SSD. I mean, if you wanted to, you could put like a card in here and have Gen 5 SSDs on that if you wanted. But just in terms of future-proofing, I think it's probably going to be more useful to gamers to have like a 8X Gen 5 graphics card in like a couple of years' time, rather than a Gen 5 SSD. So if I had to choose, that's what I'd have anyway.
Oh, I've got some paste. I didn't think about that. I've not had one. I've got some paste on my finger, but you know,
that's all right.
It's not touching it anyway. So
that's just like a pad. That's fine.
Yeah.
But you are crucially remembering to take the pad.
Yeah.
Hold on. Move that slightly forward. Look.
Oh,
There we go.
sorry.
Magical. Happy days. Normally you're hiding behind like the Star Wars camera, but not today. There we are. Perfect. So yeah, that's just cover for the thermal pad. If you don't take that off, obviously you're not going to get the full thermal performance of it. And then that should just sit back in. If you have any questions, by the way, again, hello chat. Sorry, I'm ignoring you. I apologise. What's going on in the chat, Carl?
Let's just think.
Is your mic on?
Antec UK and Asus ROG are having a right bromance.
Yeah?
Yeah, they're having a great time.
Oh, nice. Have you got any questions for anyone?
No questions yet. People have agreed that mayonnaise, Gen 4.
Mayonnaise?
Mayonnaise. Aye.
Is it low fat?
Maybe.
Do you know how they make low fat mayo? It's weird.
Is it not?
It's like secretions. It's like bacterial secretions instead of egg or oil, one of the two. So I remember learning this, right? So fun fact, mayonnaise is an emulsification. So it's a mix of oil and water. So you need something in the middle to bind them together. And in low fat mayonnaise, you don't have that. So they had to replace it. And so you have, it's like some sort of like weird gel secretions.
Not like gelatin.
It's kind of like grown or something. So if you actually see how they make low-fat mayo, it might put you off. But yeah, welcome to this PC gaming stream to everyone that's just tuning in. We're currently installing an SSD and talking about mayonnaise. What's going over in the chat?
That could be why, because I wasn't actually looking at it. That's obviously, that would help.
Yeah, normally we have 2 mics for 2 people, but we have someone important in today.
Someone more important to me, so I'm just like a background noise at the moment.
Isn't that the same all the time? Isn't that what your girlfriend says?
No.
Am I screwing it a little bit too tight? It looks like it's bending a little bit. Or is that okay?
No, that's fine. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, you don't need to worry about doing screws tight. That's something I don't think we've ever really mentioned on the channel, actually. How tight should you screw? How tight should you put your screws in? Until you've got some resistance.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter what it is, don't like really hammer it home. This isn't going to fall out. You'll be fine there. So that's one, but you've got 2 SSDs, right? Mm-hmm. So we actually have 2 different bays here. So I don't think it matters, but it's good practice when installing drives in a motherboard, especially if you're rocking an older one, to always check the speed of the slots that you're going to put them in, because this is a Gen 3 drive.
Yes.
So it doesn't matter if it's Gen 4 or Gen 3, but if you had Gen 4 SSD or Gen 5 and you put it in a Gen 3, obviously you'd be losing loads of performance. So just as you did before, whack that in. Asus motherboards quite helpfully have this little like quick release.
I just realised, I don't know if that, I might need to double check that, because
What's that?
the screw wasn't fully round. It didn't fully go round.
Oh, no, that's okay. It won't.
Yeah,
as long
okay,
it's absolutely fine. It's held in place by this. But I will moan about Asus. What? Moaning about Asus in a sponsored stream. Unbelievable. Never going to get the gig again, folks. But I still don't get why you do this, Asus. Like, come on, right? Why have the quick release here, right, to actually hold your SSD, and then require screws for the heat pads? I don't get it. Carl, why do they do that? They've done half the job. When's the other half coming, guys? Come on.
Oh no. Asus ROG, I'm happy in the chat.
Oh, that's it. It's game over. Right, see you later, guys. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Where's the fade to black button?
Fortunately for Asus ROG, everything else about the motherboard, fantastic. So I think we can forgive them for that. But future development, next gen, Asus, please can we have a quick release for the whole thing?
They said, I don't know, I just work here.
Right, there we go. So we're good to go. Do you want to do some peelies?
Oh, yes.
The most satisfying bit. It's like wheelies for a bike, but better. I said, can you take it off? Not fail at taking it off. Come on. There we go. To be fair as well, I criticise Asus for the half quick release for the SSDs, but they absolutely redeem themselves with this button here. I love this. This is so you can remove your graphics card without having to get a screwdriver in here.
Having to get mine out last night was just like, it's just annoying.
So if only you'd had one of these.
Yeah, innovation.
I had to snap mine off my motherboard because I've got a big air cooler and I just got fed up with it.
To be fair, I've had the same thing with a different vendor's motherboard, like the thing snapped.
Yeah.
And we've done like 4 sponsored videos since.
Yeah.
No one's noticed that it's broken, so it's still going fine. It's absolutely fine.
I think that's everything.
So yeah, that should all be ready to go now. We need to think about cooling, okay? Important. Because this is Asus, because this is an Intel platform, you pretty much always prepare the cooler now before you put it in.
Got it.
It would have been all right in here. So if your case has this cutout, it means you can access the back of your motherboard when you've put it in. But especially in some newer cases or like dual chamber cases and things where they try to be clever, you'll put it in and then you can't access the back, so you have to take everything out again, which is a bit of a nightmare. Do we need to hire another member of staff, a box opener? Shall I get you some scissors? Shall we do that?
Thank you.
We'll do that.
It'll speed up the process.
No problem. I'll tell you what the problem is, right? We went out for lunch a second ago. Asus, don't worry, we will be sending you the invoice for that. That's fantastic. And we had the right amount of lunch, but it was a decent amount. And then we got back here. Thea's made cake for everyone and said, would you like the cake now? We have half an hour before the live stream. We've just eaten. We are full, okay? And he says, yeah, I want the cake now. And as a result, you're bloated. You can't open the box. This is what I was saying. I'm getting feedback from this side of the room. What's going on?
I forgot how loud it was.
I can hear myself. Chaos. Right, okay. So we got this out. What cooler is this, by the way? We probably should have introduced
this. Is what's round? The Strix LC 360.
Yeah, so obviously this is an all-in-one liquid cooler, 360. Most cases, this is probably the way you want to go. Best cooling performance is going to be by having more surface area or more fan speed. And the problem with more fan speed is it's louder. So if you can fit a larger or thicker or both cooler in your system, makes more sense.
My current build
don't have to worry about that.
is at a 260, and then before that it was a just a thing, a 180 watt, a 140.
So, yeah,
so this is the biggest I've had, but yeah, I don't know why, but I just prefer the look of these over, say, an air cooler. I know some people prefer
I'm struggling now. I think everyone really, if we're honest with ourselves, prefers the look of an all-in-one. But then some people don't like the fact that you have water in your system. They prefer not to.
Yeah, I was a bit worried when I first put one in, but then, you know, that's been in running for, it was like 6-7 years, and then I've had this one before, never had any problems.
I've only had one leak on all of my components once. And
you've got a lot of PCs, so.
True story as well, it leaks on my Asus Poseidon GPU. The irony being that it's meant to get wet, but like internally. And the whole PC shut down, but then ROG, the champ, the quality of that product meant that I left it to dry, took it apart, left it to dry for a couple of days, put it back in, and it was working ever since. And that's actually been a hand-me-down GPU. I gave that to a friend who then gave it to his brother, and I think it only died about a couple of months ago.
Wow.
So that's had, God knows, like 5,000–6,000 hours of gameplay on it, and it got leaked on. So fair play to the quality of that Asus GPU. But why have they done this? Look, have a go at taking that off. Asus, what are you doing? Why is this so difficult to remove? It says very nicely, remove.
Yes.
But you can't remove it. It's difficult. Can we move?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, we'll do that.
Yeah, there you go. Then he can like move his head without having to like touch it.
Okay. Well, we'll get weirdness.
Yeah, I think we've got a little bit more then.
Yeah. What's it say?
Crinkle, crinkle, crinkle.
Crinkle, crinkle, crinkle. There we go. Right. Stuff is removed. Perfect. Cooler at the ready. We don't actually need the cooler at the moment, so we will park it just for a second alongside our other components. But what we need is inside the box, we need all of the mounting hardware, please. Everything all right?
Yeah.
All good?
There we go.
All right, there we go. So we've got our mounting hardware. We'll remove this out of the bag. Intel is the square one. AMD has its own mounting hardware on it, but would otherwise be circular. So you just want to lift this up, grab this, and then it just feeds through into the holes. Just like that. The wider holes are the ones that you want, because you're using Intel 1700 here, which is slightly bigger. But Asus with their motherboards are quite nice, and to ensure better compatibility with older coolers, they give you the holes for 1200 as well, which is quite a nice feature that I don't think everyone does. I don't know who else does that, but yeah, really nice feature that Asus put on these boards. We'll also need the Intel 1700 screws, very clearly labelled, always appreciate that. You've probably done something like this before, I'll give you half.
Yes, I did this for my last build.
Okay, awesome. So we will now just screw these into place. Why did you do like the dog
I thought it did
noise
sound like
as well?
Seems fitting.
Yeah. Is that zoomed in? Yeah, I've ruined it. Sorry, it's going to bounce now. So yeah, these just screw in. Doesn't matter which way round because they're the same. Whereas actually, if you go for AMD, you'll find that some of the screws are slightly different threads.
Yeah, because obviously beforehand I had an Intel, and then it was a new experience checking out the other side the last time.
Cool. Hello, everyone in the chat as well. Right.
Hello.
We're not interacting with chat enough. I'll tell you what, why don't you ask chat a question? What we do, we set up a poll.
Okay.
Anything you like.
Okay. What's your favourite Star Wars game?
Yeah.
I need to give some options.
Yeah.
Okay.
You've got to give me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Battlefront.
Battlefront, is that one?
Just in general.
Oh, can I add one in there? Star Wars Phantom Menace, please. No, don't laugh. That's the best one. So good. I love that game.
I remember I had that on my GameCube. Is it that?
PS1. Yeah. Banger.
KOTOR and Jedi Survivor. There we go. Good selection.
Is Jedi Survivor better than the first one?
I would say so, especially in the gameplay.
Yeah.
Pretty much all of the.
What was the other option? So
KOTOR.
How am I spelling that?
KOT.
Oh, nice. The Republic.
Yeah.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Now you say that, so yeah. It was a bit before my PC gaming time.
Yeah, to be honest, that's why I was looking forward to the remake. I mean, it's still in development apparently, but who knows what's going on with that.
Right. Well, we'll get on to Star Wars games a little bit later. I realise we're lagging behind on the build process. We will need the screws for the case, which I have taken out of our accessory box, which is always good. And here they are. So we'll need these, but before you take those out, I would suggest you get the case and lay it down flat. When you're building at home, where do you normally build your computer?
On a kitchen table.
I knew you were going to say that. Do you have a light above it? Because this is something that I always recommend people do as well.
Yes, and it was. It took me about 2 or 3 hours, and it was getting dark because it was December time. I just got my Ryzen, so it was dark early. So yeah, I had a light so I could see.
Question: You are English?
Yes.
Right, that wasn't the question. You are English. Did you take my advice and like stop when you got a bit stressed halfway through and have a cup of tea?
I did not. I just powered through it.
Powered through. You didn't need the tea.
Yeah. I can't even remember. I think I had one issue. I can't remember what it was. It was more, I think, the Windows side before, something like that.
Didn't have any tea bags.
I did. I just had one afterwards. I
suppose. There you go. You relaxed once it was all done.
Apparently.
Motherboard.
Apparently, Asus built a PC on the grass in 2015.
That is true.
You're being called out.
That is true. Not
grass.
It wasn't. Yeah, that's his fault. That's his fault. Not. It wasn't my PC. It was his.
What, outside?
Blame him.
Built a PC on the grass in J4's garden in 2015.
Why would you do that?
I didn't choose.
Why not a table outside?
It wasn't my PC. It was his. You know.
The moist, wet ground and
it must have been summer.
The morning dew. Yeah. Anyway, motherboard goes in. You're lining this up with all of those little standoffs. And you kind of want to park that in first. So if you must have it so all of it's floating slightly, and then you kind of angle.
It's heavy.
Angle that bit down. Look.
There we go.
There you are. There you go. And then it should. There you go. Give it a wiggle, and it kind of finds its own way home, which is good.
I think we should get some like 5-meter HDMI cables, and we can just hold that thing and just look this way, and then everything's much more.
What did you just say?
Sorry, boss, nothing.
No, I know what you said. You said H.
DMI.
What's that?
HDMI.
HDMI, come on.
HDMI. I feel like H sounds more better than
it's
H.
not the word.
It is H, but it sounds wrong.
Can I get you an espresso?
But there's no X.
Exactly. Anyway.
One last sticker to get. It's on the Supreme FX.
Yeah?
It's in the corner.
I will start with some screws whilst you're doing that. Although are you withholding the bag?
Nobody seems
No,
to be voting for Phantom Menace, Marcus.
Phantom Menace is the best! Won't have anything bad. So, not the film, it's the game on PS1. It was so good. That was my childhood.
It's actually just got a emulator on PS4 and PS5.
Oh, really?
They just re-released it. Yeah.
What, official?
Yeah. It's ported, so you can...
I can go and play
It's like 4 quid. Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm doing.
It's HD upscaled, rewind, quick saves, all that sort of stuff. Yeah.
That's the best thing I've heard all day, genuinely.
I made a video on it, I think. Yeah, I did. I played it. I got it on my Steam Deck because I don't have a PlayStation, so...
It was so good. I mean, it probably wasn't. I remember actually looking it up a few years ago, and IGN gave it like a 4
it was
or a
poorly
6 or
reviewed. It was
so good.
To be honest, the content did pretty well for me because people remember it as like something they enjoyed.
Yeah.
at the time, but reviewed wise, yeah, it didn't do good.
A concept that I can't really get my brain around, right, is whether games have changed or not. Because obviously technology always gets better. You know, Mario Galaxy looks very different to Super Mario Bros. But fundamentally, they're still games. They were still released when person was 10. I just can't see how people are going to get nostalgic about like Far Cry 5 or something in the same way that I do. Like,
It's interesting because, at least in my audience, people have become nostalgic for like even Battlefront 2015, which came out like 9 years ago.
Yeah.
Like it was the time, the era, you know, that the memories we had. More so, like, paired with the game, I would say.
I guess like who you play with as well. Because to be fair, I'm already feeling a little bit nostalgic about the days I used to play PUBG. Because I would say for me that was like peak PC gaming in a way. Because that was obviously, I know other games had kind of done the whole like battle royale thing before, but not really like PUBG. And I was on every night, had the boys that we used to play with, and we would play till like 4, half 4 in the morning every night for a year and a half, 2 years, I'd say. And then I've never done anything like that since. So I don't know whether that's the game or whether that is just like sort of like who you are using the wrong screws.
Might be.
Use the ones that have like the big ring on the outside.
My mistake. That's not good.
Sorry, I'm not directing. I'm just talking about Phantom Menace and PUBG. That's a good question for chat though. What games are you nostalgic about? And do you have any nostalgia associated with more recent games? Like, how long does it take to get nostalgic, do you think? I don't know.
I would say about 10 years, I think.
Yeah, well, PUBG for me is only about, what, 6 years ago?
I got really nostalgic about, I still do, about The Witcher 3. I still think, I still think that's the best game I've ever played.
Yeah. I could see that. It's bloody good.
Yeah. I think it's because I played The Witcher 2, and then it was like the day before I got a graphics card upgrade.
Yeah.
It was horrendous to playable.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, this is so much better. And then I did the similar thing with The Witcher 3. And I was like, wow, this is so much better.
It's great as well, isn't it, to have a game you can upgrade your PC for.
Yeah.
And I think you need some more screws.
Yeah.
Okay. And yeah, as a PC gamer, that's fantastic. I mean, I almost get a bit nostalgic as well about Just Cause 2. Oh. Is that going to get picked up?
Probably.
Oh. You'd think you were giving him an exam or something, wouldn't you, the noise he makes? But no, that is literally just a delivery at the door. Now trying to listen in for who it is.
Yeah, see what's going on. Lockdown Warzone, that was a good shout. I played a lot of that during lockdown.
Is something wrong with the stream?
I don't know, the chat's still going mad. It's done this before.
Oh, okay. Right.
Yeah.
Everyone's gone.
It's just like 0 viewers, and then it's like
Okay,
1
we're good.
second later.
We've got one last one to put through the
One last screw.
SSD.
Yeah, what?
Someone just said, what on earth was that?
Actually, no, there's another one.
The dog.
Didn't realise that.
What, one more?
Yeah.
Where are we going?
It's
Where are we going?
right at the back there.
Yeah, those are always a little bit annoying to screw in. But there we go. We've got our screws in. That's in. That's in. Yep. You don't need them all in, but it's definitely good practice to have them all in, because obviously the whole point of standoffs is to keep your PC separate from the case, because you don't want any wires or anything like to touch your chassis and then short out. So if you ever do have a problem building like a gaming PC where like no power, nothing really happens, that could actually be down to a short. So if you take your motherboard out, put it back in again, that has fixed it for me a couple of times before. Oh, I'm so bloated from lunch.
Are we all screwed in now?
Yeah, all screwed. We can go back. Honestly, so bloated from lunch. I appreciate Asus getting us lunch, but I mean, are we doubling up? There we go. But I mean, maybe we should have had it earlier.
Yeah.
Right. I suppose it's really, people don't understand the joke. The reason we're laughing, lunch wasn't agreed. I'm just assuming they're paying for lunch. Anyway, that's our chassis. Would you like to unveil what it now looks like to the lovely people at home. Carl will seamlessly go to camera 2.
There we go.
There we go.
Seamless.
We could just buy another Atom and then over Ethernet. I think that's the way you're supposed to do it, and then you'll have one here as well.
Yeah,
That'd be cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
There you go. Well, you can't see it. Now. That's the problem. There you go. So, what do you think?
It looks great. It's the colour scheme all blacked out.
You wanted jet black, to be fair.
Yeah.
Didn't you? We even offered you custom cables, and you're like, no, I want all black. And something I love about this case is the fact you've got a really nice big cutout here for your PSU cables. Because sometimes they put it like right there, sometimes they put it there, but this is a nice
or they
large
don't even have
cutout.
one.
So yeah, they don't even have
my
one.
current one doesn't have it, so it's all over the place.
Bit annoying. Do you remember the RTX 2060? And they tried to do something different, and the power was on like the side of the card, which was great in theory, but because the card was really short, it meant that you needed to like plug something in here.
Yeah.
So you still had to trail it, which didn't really work. Well, obviously it did, but it could have been better if it was on like a bigger card. Okay, so that's pretty much everything we need. Yeah, you probably got a sticker there, but it doesn't matter, don't worry. It's not going to affect you. I would now suggest we do the cooler. If you are adding extra fans, it would be a good time to do it now. But because this is a TUF case, well, this particular TUF case, it comes with RGB fans as standard. These are 140s as well, which is good. So 140 fans, obviously slightly larger. And as we sort of alluded to or mentioned earlier, something that's larger means you get less noise at the same performance level. So if you ever have the choice between 120s and 140s, always go for 140s. The exception being a lot of cases you either do like a 280 or a 360, and then it's probably easier just to do a 360. But yes, we're going to need to put this in now. I don't think there's like some cases you have like quick release bars and things at the top here, but it doesn't look like we have that here. So if
that pops
so
off.
yes, the top will pop off. There we go, toollessly, which is good. And then sometimes this top plate will unscrew. I think it does. It does.
It does look like it is. Yeah, it's insert. So.
Yeah. Does it? What about?
Maybe they're the screws. I think.
They're the screws.
Yeah.
Do we have anything that side? No.
No.
Okay.
So just
This would be good. Right, there's your screwdriver. Look. I keep doing it myself. I'm too keen. Or I just don't trust you, Aaron. That's the issue.
My PC served me well for 4 years.
Yeah, but you built one on grass.
Again, not mine.
That's all right then. I'll tell you what, should we stop the video? We move over to phones and we do this on grass.
Yeah.
It's your PC, doesn't matter to us, does it?
I did do a live stream. My last live stream on grass was in the middle of London. Listen, I was out in London with some friends, and they forced me to go to the Lego store and buy a Lego Star set, so we built it on the grass. Yeah, this was like just after it opened.
So not PC building?
No, building, just not. I mean, you know, different kinds of Legos, I suppose.
Yeah, that's great. Sorry, he didn't notice. It's fine, Carl.
Just smacked his
I actually really like that. That's cool. The whole bit comes out because then it means you can obviously insert it a lot easier.
Yeah.
But then fundamentally, what will happen is if you plug this in and then you have issues getting cables, you can kind of lift the whole thing up slightly without having to unscrew the whole thing. So we'll test that out actually, and we will put this in now. So always visualize it. So we're going to have that there.
It's going to be like that.
The pump will be like that, which means we need to screw it
like that.
Like that. So if you pop this down so that hose sticks out like that, we can then screw this in. This is the most boring bit of the build, I think, if I'm honest with you.
I enjoyed it last time because
it's tedious.
I was looking forward to it, but...
What, you were looking forward to screwing in screws in your radiator? He loves radiators.
I did have an important question. We need to know whether he loves or hates radiators.
Do you love or hate radiators?
Personally, I think they're cool in builds.
Core?
Cool. I mean,
okay.
Like, I don't know.
Is that a joke?
When I first saw it, I was like, oh, that's... Because, you know, full loop water cooling, it's just a lot of hassle, you know. Well, somewhat for a novice, you know. I've never decided.
I tell you what's hassle, not building it. It's then after that you never want to touch it.
Yeah.
This I haven't touched in like 3 years because I can't be bothered. But as the lovely people are now getting an exclusive, that PC is about to be EOL.
Ooh.
That's end of life if you didn't know. and we're going to be doing a new custom liquid cooled build for a personal desk rig workhorse in a couple of weeks' time, which is nice. But I'm off on holiday for a couple of days because it's Thea's birthday. And
that sounded resentful.
no, what? Well, hang on a minute. No. I'm looking forward to that. I'm building a PC now. What?
That's a long screw.
Whoa, crazy. What are you doing?
Must be a short
That is
one.
not.
Is it short?
That's not the screw. This is like the Verge PC build all over again. It's not the one. So these are when you put the fans in. You screw the fans down through that.
I thought it went through this.
No, that's an easy mistake to make. So the Verge PC build was infamous actually because
I did see it.
It was the editing on it that I think really amused people because he'd like do one thing completely wrong and then the next shot would be miraculously fixed. And I don't think he backed down, did he? I don't know. It was a bit weird. Anyway, that's not for today, but that became a bit of a meme. So all we're doing is just screwing in the radiator. He didn't really give us an answer. Do you love radiators or hate them?
I don't hate them.
So you must love them.
Okay,
There's only two
There's only two. If that's the option, that's fine.
We don't have the effect, so I'll have to fake it. Oh, I love radiators. Yeah. Did you like it when I blew up, by the way, in the most recent video? No, I'm asking people at home. Carl killed me in the last video. I liked how my head was missing.
It took me a while to do that.
It amused me. Also, by the way, I'd like to point out, because this is going out quite early in America, we've got mainly Brits here. So if you did want to say anything about like American food and upset anyone, now's the time to do it.
Every time I've been over, I've not had a bad experience. It's been good food, to be honest.
Oh, there you go.
Can't really complain.
I don't know. I think American food, they force it down you to the point where you start to enjoy it. Because when I went to Disney last year, I was like, oh, big breakfast. No. Every single morning until like day 6. And then suddenly I started to really crave it. And by the end, I couldn't get enough of the stuff. But I mean, who came up with this concept, right? I had pancakes, American pancakes, which are nowhere near as good as crepes or anything like that. And before, like, the Americans like, oh, right, that's outrageous. How do you stand? I bet you haven't had one, have you? Go have a bloody crepe, then you can join the discussion. Until then, no. So you have those, which aren't great in the first place. They then add bacon to them. Well, hang on a minute, you've got like some sweet breakfast going on with bacon. They nuke the bacon into oblivion, right? So it's almost burnt, like it's solid. It should be a little bit soft. No, nuked to oblivion. Put, what is it, like maple syrup or something on it.
Yeah.
Give you sometimes a bit of like fruit puree as well.
I haven't seen that.
Or like some eggs, or like some of the worst sausages
hash
you've
browns,
ever had.
but not hash browns. It's just a shredded up.
Oh, those potatoes things. Yeah. Oh, what's that all about?
Nonsense.
Awful. But anyway.
Okay, that's the one thing I'll complain about.
Yeah, but you don't. It's just so much like this is not good for you. I don't need this first thing in the morning. Give me like an apple. That's all I need.
What about naan bread?
Naan bread is great. It's not as good as roti bread. Malaysian roti bread. It's true, in a worldwide survey, Malaysian roti bread was the #1 bread worldwide.
Well, apparently, according to J4, Azza would disagree.
Oh, was he not like naan?
Apparently, he loves naan.
Oh.
He's got a love for it.
Bad experience. We went on holiday and we ate at some Indian place and it was. Oh. I ate into it and it was frozen.
Oh.
It was the worst.
So it wasn't fresh tandoor oven bread then?
The entire, like, the meat and everything was just stone cold. It was not very nice at all.
Oh dear. Yeah. Naan is normally very nice. Big fan of Peshwari naan. We actually have a coconut flavoured or scented spray for Ajax downstairs, the dog. And when you spray him, he smells like Peshwari naan. It's quite good. Anyway, here he goes. Wait for it. Here he goes. Here he is. Hey! No. So what we've done here, right? We've got all of these cables to stick out this way.
So it's easier.
So it will point that side. Because what you'll find is if you point the cables the other way, you'll obviously be able to see them.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm now doubting myself, but commit.
We shall see.
This is why I say I hate radiators, because you always think you're doing it right, and then by the time you actually put it in your case, you realise you've done it horribly wrong. But I'm quite... Am I confident? I don't know. No, I'm not. No, I'm not confident. No, I'm not confident. No. It is that way, isn't it? Yeah, because that's the side of the case. Yeah. There you go. See what I mean? I would have done it wrong. How many times have I built computers and I'd still do it wrong? I hate radiators, Aaron. I absolutely hate them. You can take your...
I want to say the thing I may have messed up, and I needed Pickles and J4's help, was I think it was the way I put the fans on the radiator. They were telling me it's incorrect.
£10 super chat.
Super chat. That's what we do.
From Dimmy. Do you recognise the name? He's the RuneScape 3 guy.
Ah.
He said, do you know what's better than American pancakes?
Yeah.
A garden pie in glorious 4K Ultra RuneScape 3 graphics.
Did he see that you snuck in some RuneScape in the PC Mistakes video?
I did.
Who's the guy that always calls out RuneScape?
It's Dimmy.
Is it Dimmy? I thought there was someone else as well. Has he changed his name? I swear there was someone else as well.
Yeah, it might be a couple, but yeah, I always see Dimmy.
I was debating, actually, and this might sound nerdy, but I promise it's true. I was debating if there's a way to sneak in a RuneScape song at my wedding, somehow, at some point during the day. My current idea is to like pass the parcel when you're doing just before the wedding speeches with flute salad, and it's like musical chairs, but pass the parcel.
Yeah.
That would work, wouldn't it? Mainly for you, because there'd be like 2 or 3 people there that would go, ah, and everyone else would just be really confused. But that makes it funnier.
Just like some weird like 8-bit flute music.
And the highlight was, are you aware of Jeremy Vine?
I've heard the name, yeah.
So you don't listen to the Jeremy Vine show? Okay.
My dad does, though.
Apparently.
Ah, there you go. Well, Jeremy Vine is a big BBC political commentator and does the Jeremy Vine show, which is like a talk phone-in show, and it's always about really random stuff. Okay, so it's about the news. Yeah. So I don't know if like electric cars in the news. Like one of the phones would be about electric cars, politics. You might like Rishi, all of that stuff, right? 2 or 3 topics a day, and it's always something super serious, followed by something like a bit random. So my favourite was someone talking, I don't know, about death or something, some horrible disease. And it was really serious for 10, 15 minutes. And then he went, and also coming up, what's that weird, strange sound in a field in like Somerset? And then there was a clip to a guy going, I heard it was an old air siren. Okay, right, that's the show. But linking this back to what we're doing, I was listening to that once, and they were doing a bit on video game music, and had like an expert ring in, and then Jeremy goes, and have you heard this one before? Pushes the button, it's Flute Salad on Radio 2. Yeah, no. Genuinely, I could not believe it. It was fantastic. My life was complete. Right, would you like to do this bit? Yeah. Because I keep forgetting. I'll hold that steady for you. So if you look at the back bit first, just to make sure they go in.
There we go.
Do people tune in for my tangents, or do they tune out? This is what I want to know. But looking at that dip on the graph...
Yeah, the RuneScape talk might have done it, you know.
Asus ROG 3 Flute Salad slaps.
Yeah, there you go, see. Right, now we need to put these screws back in. This is the quality content that you get when you...
That should be the next poll. Oh,
yeah, how is the poll doing?
Phantom Menace got 5% of the vote.
No!
Battlefront got 43. Jedi Survivor got 34. Knights of the Old Republic got 19%.
I'm going to sulk for the rest of the video now.
It was off to a strong start for the Knights of the Old Republic, but then it faded away.
I think they just gave us a spare.
I thought that.
I think they gave us a spare.
No, there is actually one missing.
They did not give us a spare. Asus, why didn't you give us a spare? Then I wouldn't look so ridiculous. Oh, right. Cool. Magical. Right, that's the cooler in place. And one thing I would often recommend people do, but we haven't done it here, is, hold on, I need to show lovely people at home. You can pre-feed your cables through here, but because we're using a modular power supply, we can just plug that in first, tuck it round, and then plug it into the power supply.
I actually missed that, the second one in my last build, so they have to tell me what to plug it in. So,
there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see how we get on. But I also wanted to see, in case we do run into an issue, I have a feeling because we can just unscrew this and move it slightly. I still think it'll be really easy to organise, which is nice. So we've got our 3 fans. These will need to connect to the motherboard with this little splitter cable. So we've got 1. I probably, no, that'll be okay. I was I'm just thinking cable management.
Yeah.
It's 2, and then our 3rd one here. Is there a hole at the top? No, there's not. Okay, so that can just connect like that. We'll then plug in to the one that says CPU. Where's that? There. Oh, we've got covers on them, I think.
Oh.
That's new. Got these little protective covers on all of our fan headers. That's a nice feature. Keeps them protected. Funny how it's only on the ones on the top though.
I was just
the ones that
there's none there, no.
Unusual. Carl, quick! You need to talk. If you need to fill some time.
What are they doing?
Fill some time. Ow! There we go. It's gone somewhere. It's rubber. It's fine. It's fine.
People are slating the cable management. So we've not got to that part.
Well, no. Don't worry about that. That's fine.
We'll get there.
All you need to do, if you take that side, once it comes through,
There we go.
Yeah. If you feed all of those through, every single one, look. There. See people moaning.
Hold up, it's not going.
No, that's not the right time to say that.
No, hold up.
Yeah. Just needs rotating. Good word, by the way, is rotund. I like that word.
Who are you calling? What are you calling rotund?
I'm not calling anything rotund. I'm saying it's a good word. Who are you calling rotund? Not me.
I was like, when do you need to use the word rotund?
I had someone say to me the other day, "Oh, I'd give you a hug goodbye, but I'm afraid I'd break you." It's like, oh, thanks, Neil. Appreciate that. Hold on. Oh, hang on. Give it a bit that way. Yeah, there we go. Right angle. Oh. See, this is why we could have done it the other way, and it would have been easier, but we will get there. There we go. There you go. You got it.
Yeah, I've got it. Yeah.
There we go. People doubted us.
They wanted us to do it the other way just to avoid this.
They're very demanding, people that watch this channel, I'll have you know.
Yeah.
I
know the few people that are demanding it. I can't even see the chat, but I know who they are. They get very picky with my cable management.
There we go, look. CPU has been plugged in, so the fans...
Okay. Yes, he's very, very specific.
Yeah.
How long have you known Mr. Gherkin?
About 4 years, something like that.
4 years.
J4 is my oldest YouTube friend. We met in like 2013, so we collaborate and
go back.
Yeah, since the very beginning.
Awesome. Right. Next step is obviously going to be the pump head, and Asus have given us this, which I guess we're grateful for. ROG RG07 performance thermal paste.
I didn't even know they did paste.
No, pasty boys over at Asus. But because we have a brand new cooler, it actually has paste pre-applied. So we're just going to stick with what we have. If ROG tell us in the comments that they want us to clean it and use this, I will say no, I can't be bothered. But if you needed more thermal paste, Asus supply thermal paste now, which is cool. So we need to get the whole case and lay it down flat. Carl will then crawl on the floor, probably. Yeah, there he goes. There's got to be an easier way of doing that, Carl. There's got to be.
Cables.
Right, and then I'll let you do the honours, but I assume you know what you're doing. That will just head.
And it seems like it can rotate.
If it rotates,
so
yeah, tubes at the bottom is preferable. That's okay. It's meant to
magnetic.
do that.
Oh,
that's just one a bit at a time. That'll do.
okay.
That looks quite cool, doesn't it?
Hockey pad.
Wait, he's broken it. It's come off.
Where's the front of it?
What's he done? Does that fit okay? Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. And then you'll need these screws that I will provide. Meaty boys. What's chat saying anyway? And then obviously those will just pop on over the top.
That was very easy to do.
Well, it's radiators. I love radiators, you see, because they always go to plan, don't I?
Roger Pickle said you should have just done liquid metal instead. That was a lot of work.
Yeah, well, Mr. Gherkin, liquid metals means it's harder to remove. So,
You always do that when you get home.
Yeah, exactly. Do you remember that time I took the liquid metal off that laptop? It was an Asus laptop in an Asus sponsored video, actually, wasn't it? That was funny. No, they know, we had it, it was in the video. But it was fine, it worked fine. That was Asus laptop team anyway. ROG don't care, they're fine. Is that going in? I'll give you... See, this is why there's two of us. It saves me a few seconds every time. So just rotate that down till it stops. There you go. Right, you happy with that? Mm-hmm. This now means you can put your cap back on.
There we go.
Nice.
There we go. I'll tuck this through while it's facing down. You will want to get this as neat as possible, but that will just feed through. Nice long cable, actually. Not sure it needs to be that long, but I guess I'd rather it was too long than too short.
So the USB one.
Yeah. And that should come through to the other side. That is probably too long.
Well, it's got to go to the bottom usually, so... Now you can neatly put it in the...
Well, if we cut it a little bit short... You're worried?
No,
Okay, do you want to grab that?
Yeah.
Yep.
There we go.
Feed that through. Perfect. And then we'll plug that in just a second. But again, people at home need to see, because they're following this guide to the letter, what is building a PC without laughing at Mr. Pickles. No, it's not. Sorry, it's Mr. Gherkin. Apologies.
Mr. Pickles is the fans on RGB.
Well, you can swap them out for RGB fans if you want. It's all about performance. You wanted a jet black design anyway, didn't you?
Doesn't even want RGB.
I have got some. J4 gave me his RGB fans previously because of that reason, basically. Which way does it go?
Go! We can't see!
Oh, no.
Chaos! Chaos, no! There you go. No, you're fine, don't worry.
Don't need to see your head at the same time.
You in?
Yeah.
Magical. Right, there we go.
Now we can go back to...
Go back to me! Hooray. Right, we're in. So that's our pump connected now. It looks as if, actually, that this is... ROG can tell us, actually, in the chat if we're wrong, but it does look as if it's powered over USB, rather than, like, normally you'll have a fan. Oh, no, we do. No, I'm wrong. It's because I couldn't see it.
There's
It's right
a cable
there.
there.
Yeah,
You're the
that's the
expert.
cable.
Come on.
Well, I couldn't see it. So we're actually want to plug this one, which is our fans, into the one that say, into one that says CPU fan, and then our pump can be plugged into that one, because usually it sort of pre-configures itself better that way. Doesn't really matter. Oh, I can't. Hang on.
You could unscrew that radiator.
Yeah, I could do, Cole, or you could shut your face. That is a joke for any Americans watching. That's British humour at its finest.
Oh no! People said cable management has left the chat.
It hasn't. I've not done it yet. How can it leave the chat? This is unbelievable.
I knew this was coming.
Yeah, that was J4.
Oh. I don't have enough room.
Azza, tell them about the time you got malware on a 2-day-old PC.
Oh.
To install Lego Racers.
What?
Lego
I didn't even
Racers
know them when that game came out. I didn't even have that game.
Lego Racers is a banger. Yeah, go on, tell us. We're waiting.
It didn't exist. They're making stuff up now.
Well, it doesn't sound like something you'd make up.
Is that something J4 would make up?
Yes.
Oh, come on. What's going on? I can't see Jack. Have you seen him?
Do
Where's
you want
he
me
gone?
to shine a light?
Maybe.
You could just undo those 2 screws.
All right, I'll undo this.
You would have been done 5 minutes ago.
This is what I get. I get abuse. Right, so this is why I'm doing it. Just to say, look.
Oh, look how much easier that's going to be.
Yeah, that is way easier, actually. All right. Editor Carl was correct. So, in now. There we go. We did that. Now, if you want to plug this one in for me, please, sir. Right here. Yeah.
There we go.
You have to grip it by the actual black bit, or you won't have enough grip.
Apparently, Asus still uses Bandicam to record his videos.
No, I can believe that. This one.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I was looking at the wrong one. There we go. There we go.
We're in.
Apparently, there's a random guy in the chat.
Right. What does that mean?
That's just his name.
Oh.
He is a random guy.
Just random guy.
Okay, so we plug this back in. What do you want to do next?
Power supply.
We could do that, but as we're co-sponsored by NVIDIA, we probably should talk about the graphics card.
That's true.
Or we could do the power supply, I don't mind.
Actually, I mean, I think it's because last time I actually put in the power supply earlier, but no, the last thing I usually would do is the GPU, but...
To be fair, these 2 bits don't usually matter which way you want to do it. I just have a lot of graphics card energy right now.
Okay, let's do it then.
So, yeah, I think we need to do that.
There we go.
Graphics GCE.
YNC.
GCE.
GC.
BGCE. Well, hang on, we haven't spoken about it yet. Are you getting too excited? What are you doing?
You're the one with the energy.
Hang on a second. All right, I'll tell you what, you've got to carry big energy now.
Okay.
For 3 minutes. Ready?
That's fine.
Go.
So, this
No,
is...
that's not big enough.
This
There we
is
go.
the 4080 Super, and it's going to be the best thing you can get, basically, to play the current generation of games.
Apart from
the
the 4090.
49. It's close enough, guys. It's near enough. Yeah, DLSS for me personally has like just been a big game changer. In certain games, like it's just I'm much more into high frame rates over higher resolution, and it's made games just play a lot better. And it's going to be available in Star Wars Outlaws, which comes out later this year. So if you want the best.
Buy a 4090.
Anything to do with any of the 40 series cards, they have access to all of the features like reflex and whatnot. And yeah, this is a major upgrade. I had a 3080, which again, fantastic, but 40 series has a bunch of new features that, like for me personally, I'm excited to try AV1 encoding for streaming, which is a big. I got a chance to try it out because Asus sent out their 4090 for me to check out, and
so they let you borrow a 4090 and then take it back. Asus, come on, help a guy out. Come on, I know you're sending him all the bits for this, but come on.
But yeah, it was awesome checking it out. It's underrated in my opinion. So
yeah, well, and to be fair as well, like the best thing I think I can actually say about NVIDIA's 40 series is that when we were just sitting here having lunch, you were talking about how excited you were and how you use all the NVIDIA features and things anyway. And obviously, look, realistically, we all know, there's a couple of different graphics card options you can go for, right? But I think the reason that most people do go for NVIDIA and the reason that it's so easy to recommend is because you do have access to those features. So DLSS comes in super resolution, which is an AI upscaler. So it renders at a lower resolution, and then it uses the tensor cores on the GPU to upscale it. And essentially what this means is you can get very similar, if not the same image quality, to be honest, but a way higher frame rate with lower latency, because a lot of people get confused. Then you have DLSS 3 frame generation. So this uses AI, but it uses AI to now insert AI frame in between rendered frames. So this actually does the opposite. It does have a very slight latency penalty, but the benefit is you get a way smoother image as a result. So you combine those two technologies together and you get lower latency overall, and you get something with a much higher frame rate, and it then allows you to turn things like ray tracing on, which obviously is pretty much the best, or is the best really, on NVIDIA GPUs with their RT cores. So you get the best way to play your games, and you get the best sort of visual quality as well. And as you say, you get NVIDIA Reflex as well. So if you're playing multiplayer, everything is like super responsive.
One of the first things I turn on if a game has it, put it on with boost, sorted.
I always wonder, because I do get confused by that. There's on, and there's on plus boost. And on plus boost keeps your clocks higher on your graphics card, but it uses slightly more power. But I mean, I always think, just turn on plus boost, I guess.
Yeah. If you've got a PC to do it, just turn on.
NVIDIA logo.
It's been there the whole time.
Ah, there we go.
Sponsored by.
Yeah, sponsored by NVIDIA. Can you tell?
Thanks, NVIDIA.
Thanks, NVIDIA,
Thank you
for sponsoring this video and allowing us to have a play around with a logo, because we hadn't done that before.
We could do that with our own stuff in the future.
Yeah, I mean, it's actually NVIDIA's fault we had to put the logo on this, because I realised, look how small it is on the box. Look at that. Look at that. It's too small. It's too small. You need it to be bigger. People at home can't see it. Come on, NVIDIA. But yeah, that is the NVIDIA stuff. But hopefully we'll be able to, when this works, we'll be able to actually see all of that in action anyway, which would be pretty cool. I don't know what graphics card I would go for myself if I was going to buy one tomorrow. I think I would probably go for a 4070 Ti Super, I think is right for me. It depends what you're playing on, because again, we were saying this earlier, like if you're playing on like a 1080p, if you're playing on like a 1080p screen, you don't need like a crazy powerful graphics card, like a 3060, 4050, if only. 4060 is, it's all you're going to need, and you can still use all of the features. But then if you're playing at 4K, obviously you want as much power as possible. So what res are you going to be playing at? Sorry, I'll let you do it, it's your card.
Yeah, I play at 1440p. My monitor also supports up to 300 Hz, so...
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, I'm playing at high frames at 1440p. I found that, to me, that's my perfect sweet spot.
Well, you know what NVIDIA say? Frames win games. Nah? And we, of course, probably should say as well that while you can obviously get a 4080 Super, there are different 4080 Supers you can get. So this one is the Asus ProArt.
It's got a cool design.
Is there some form of cashback promotion on this as well, Carl?
There is £75 off at the moment.
What's the catch? Details. Maybe catch isn't the right term.
You have to do it for a certain date.
Okay, I'll get Editor Card to leave a link to the cashback promotion. He will have
a slim card for it.
Yeah, so
that
looks like a just over a 2-slot GPU.
Yeah, so not much bigger than my 3080. So
this actually would be ideal on mine rig, because I'm gonna can we do a swap?
No.
I need to upgrade my own rig, and I've had this problem where all the cards are too big to go in that one, because that's a 3080 in there. Same as you. Same upgrade. Yeah, there we go. So you can have, I'll tell you what, I'll trade you. You can have a 4070. No, you can have this, and I'll take this. Look, it's smaller, and it's jet black. Look, there you go.
Super.
It looks cool. But...
So there you go.
Yeah.
Cheers, guys.
Thanks.
The genuine worry in your face.
The downgrade, you know.
Where he's like, I think he's joking, but I'm not 100% sure. For reference, by the way, this is what the 4080 Super looks like, the reference edition. Yeah. So there's quite a big difference in size. What about length? Similar.
Yeah.
Similar, but this is definitely
thickness, like...
the weight of that.
Whoa, yeah. It's a lot heavier.
Yeah, it catches people out. Yeah. So this is basically going to sort of... Well, I don't know. I mean, it's definitely a lot thinner, isn't it? So this is going to fit into more rigs. And I think crucially as well, because this is the... I'm looking over there. Because this is the ProArt card, a lot of people are going to have a load of expansion cards. So actually having something that's thicker, whilst, that could be better for thermals in certain situations. If you don't need that extra thickness, I think in a pro environment, it would actually make sense for it to be thinner, so you could stack more cards or more like add in bits and bobs in there really. So they've thought about that, which is quite nice. So yeah, be interesting to test the performance and the thermals of that in just a second. If I'm honest, both the 4080 and the 4090, the cooling solution's kind of overbuilt. I have a feeling that if you were going to like overclock it to like 550 watts, that's probably more like what it's aimed for really. But you know, overkill I suppose is always good. I should say that we have an adapter inside the box, this power adapter. Let's be honest, it's not the best looking thing in the world. So that's why Asus have provided you, I can't believe they provided you with everything. Unbelievable. They provided you with a power supply as well. But this one actually comes with a PCI Gen 5 connection.
Oh, very cool.
So you don't have to use that adapter.
That's cool.
So if you don't want to use the adapter that comes with it, the alternative is to buy a power supply that actually has that natively.
I bought a custom cable for my 3080 because I was like having all those extra, you know, just cut it down to one cable.
Yeah, I bought like a multicolored one and things for mine, which is pretty cool. But yes, you can obviously get other adapters and things, but obviously NVIDIA recommend you use the one that comes inside the box. You're going to do a big peel, right?
Yes.
Overhead, please, Carl.
I was tidying.
Dangerous, that. Right. The job is you've got to do that whilst looking over there. That's the skill. You're a professional unboxer now. I'm going to leave you to it.
Oh.
There we go.
Oh, this is...
You made a mess of that.
It's fine.
There we go. No, to be fair, yeah, that came out. Oh, I tell you what, that looks really nice. I love the sort of goldy
finish,
bronze, yeah, with the matte finish of
and
that.
then the big one.
Oh, the big peel on the back.
Right, this is no. You got to get lined up. You got to get this. This is what people are here for.
Actually, there's a couple on the fans first.
No,
No, wait.
Tease the big peel.
Yeah, come on. We want the big peel. Right, silent.
Hold up, still another one.
Right, turn it over. You're good. Right, silence and set. One chance at this. Yeah, that was actually pretty satisfying. I'll give you that. Right, okay. So we now need to get this in. I'm sure you're familiar with graphics cards.
Yes.
You take out the slot covers.
Shall I bring it? Oh, it's okay.
Medical attention.
Look how tidy it is on that desk.
What desk?
Your desk.
Oh, I thought you meant that one.
This one.
Yeah.
It's never usually this tidy when he's on his
Oh, what?
own.
Because you've...
No, because there's someone else to tidy up.
We're very different people. There we go. You've got to show people what you're doing, remember?
Okay.
Oh, it's less tidy now.
No, you ruined it.
Right, go on, walk people through. What are you doing?
So, hold it horizontally, and you just line it up with the PCIe.
Which
Well,
slot?
actually, 1 second. There is another peel to do.
Ah. Which slot?
So you need to do it the one closest to the processor.
Why?
Because it's lower latency, faster lanes, lower latency.
It's usually the fastest one, yeah.
Yeah.
So you could use it in a different slot and it would almost certainly work. But if there were different speeds of lanes, then you could be losing out on performance.
And then just slot it
Yeah.
in.
Hey! There
Slot
we
straight
go.
in. Very easy.
Easy as that. Right. Screws.
Under the computer.
Magical. I'll screw it in if you hold it out. How about that? That's not going to work, actually. I lied.
Yeah, it's
I'll do
always
it the
tight,
old-fashioned way. There we go. And because this is a little bit of a thinner graphics card as well, it doesn't look like we're getting the horrible GPU sag that you'll get on some of the thicker ones. Though to be fair, actually, the NVIDIA Founders one doesn't really suffer too much from sag.
No,
either.
I've never had any issue with it, to be honest. It looks...
Oh no, you know what? Oh, there's a fundamental flaw. The rig is a disaster. I'm not sure if we need this anymore. We've got an ROG Herculx.
Nope.
No?
No GPU stack.
Herculx? Herculx.
There's actually another peel to do.
There's another peel to do. This was kind of, I'll be honest with you, I thought this was a little bit of a joke, and then I opened it up and looked at it and thought, actually, this looks pretty cool. But I don't think we're going to need this now. Look, here is our GPU sag bracket.
For the big GPUs.
For the big boys. But it does go all the way up. So if you want to have this in the rig, look, you can. It's up to you. Asus didn't even provide this one to you. I just gave it to you because I'm nice. There you go.
Wait, use the spirit level.
Yeah, it's got a built-in spirit level. Oh, it detached.
It's magnetic.
So it comes out when you're done, yeah.
You can put it on top of the GPU to make sure that's level.
Very handy.
I mean, does it matter if it's level, really? I guess so. It's kind of why you're getting it. Yeah? Do you want that? You don't have to.
I feel like it's probably going to come out when he takes it home.
Yeah, oh, that's good. Yeah, I think...
Better with or without?
It doesn't really match the gold.
No, I think if it, yeah, I think with the gold it stands out.
So your review is no. I really like it. I want this in.
It looks better than just the other ones you usually see.
The irony is the one time that I've actually got it out and ready to use it, we don't need one. That's the fundamental thing, isn't it?
It's only a little two-slot.
Look, have you had to play with it, Cole? Look, feel the solidness of it. Look, I'll put it down. Look.
It's a high quality product.
It's heavy, actually.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. And there's a button on the. There. That's the release. So that is not bad, is it? Oh, what a noise.
And a magnetic spirit level.
Yeah. If you like fans in the way or something, you can line that up to just catch the edge of the card. So very well thought out, but sadly today, not the day. I would put it in, but Aaron's ruining everything. So we're not doing that. That just leaves the power supply then, I think. Mm-hmm. What's going on with chat? Come on, chat. What are we saying? What are we doing? What's going on? Asus ROG still there? Have they got real work to do?
Here. They got excited about the Herc.
Yeah. And then immediately de-excited.
Yeah, we wasn't very happy with it. We peeled it.
Yeah.
Yeah, peeled for the peel. People are just here for the peels.
There's actually one more peel to do on the...
All right, go on then. Give the people what they want.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
That was more medical, I would describe that one.
That was like ripping off a plaster.
Yeah, not sure about that. You haven't had any of your water that I put on a nice, neat tray for you.
I'm going to have some.
You've got to stay hydrated. Yeah, very important. There we go. We'll open this up. Okay, so this is camera 3, please. No, it's...
So this is the ROG Strix.
Is it ROG or is it ROG? I'm pretty sure it's ROG. I don't know. Well, you know, there's only one person here that could tell us.
Maybe.
I'm fairly sure as well that ROG or Asus, there's actually a video. I'm not sure if it's like, I don't think it's an internal video because it's on YouTube. I think it's public. Did you know there's a video how to pronounce Asus?
I feel like when I first got my sponsorship, like it was explained like in the contracts. I can't remember, but there was.
You're probably not supposed to talk about contract stuff on the stream, if I'm honest with you.
There was something when I was going through it. It was like, oh yeah, because everyone pronounces it like differently, I guess, don't they?
Yeah, Asus. I think I used to say.
Yeah.
What do I say? I say Asus now.
Yeah.
But it's actually Asus. Asus.
That's the plug that we don't need.
Oh, they give you both?
Yeah.
Do you know why they give you both?
I actually don't.
It's because they only then need to make one SKU.
I thought it was good. I was going to say that, and I thought you was going to come up with something even smarter than that.
No. It's almost certainly just so that you have one SKU for Europe and UK. What are your thoughts on Brexit? Anyway.
We've got this cool looking power supply.
That is a cool looking
very
power
clean
supply. But I think that is very clean, isn't it? Beauty is in the eye of the beholder of the power supply. That doesn't really make sense. It's also got a 0 decibel fan mode. Fundamentally as well, 850 is good for pretty much any GPU on the market today. I don't know, maybe there's a Quadro one or something that'll use more power, but a 4090 you can run on a 850. Also depends slightly on the quality of the power supply, because some 850 watt power supplies, the what do you call it, like peak performance? You know, if there's a power spike, the power supply needs to be able to deal with that. So if you're going for a 4090, I'd still recommend a 1000 watt, though, to be honest. The ROG one should be absolutely fine.
I actually have a 1000 in my current system, purely because it was cheaper to get the 1000 than an 850 during the COVID.
During COVID, yeah.
I was like, it was about £40 more. And I was like, I'm not going to spend more just to get a lower number.
And the benefit of a higher wattage as well than you need is that they have an efficiency curve. So let's say it's most efficient at 66%. I'm making that up, it might not be, but you know, it probably is around about that. 66%, let's say. Well, 66% of 1000 is a different number to 66 of 850. So if you work out exactly how much power you were using, you could find the most efficient power supply. But the easiest way of seeing how efficient they are is to actually look at the rating of them. It'll be on the box. Do you know what the one you have? Oh, do you know what you have now? So this is an 80 plus gold.
I think it might be 80 plus gold. I'm not 100% sure, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, 80 plus gold is the gold standard. Really. If it was me, I'd probably get a gold one rather than like a platinum one, because they cost more money. But obviously, it depends what you need. But this actually comes with these like custom sort of cables.
They're a lot thinner than
braided.
Yeah,
which is nice.
Seems like they'll be easier to plug in.
Nice touch.
What? Opsis Gaming have joined. They've said came for the build, but say for the correct pronunciation of
Asus.
There we go. See?
There's a video on YouTube. I'm telling you. By the way, I realise we haven't said, if you want to check out current pricing on any of the components that are featured in this rig, we have done our affiliate links, are listed down below. And also, I've got something special for you.
Okay.
Right? Very exciting, but as exciting this video is, have you seen this?
Yep, that's a mouse mat.
This is, this is the PC Centric mouse mat.
Your custom.
Yeah.
Your very own.
It is. I would say this is for you. It's not. This is the only one I have. But
this are you unveiling this?
No, you've got to say that they can buy it. The link down below.
You can buy this down below.
You're also impartial, be honest. How's the quality? If you hate it, please say.
I'm a fan of big mouse mats.
Yeah.
I like the thickness.
Yeah.
It feels like
the
oh, it's very sturdy, very grippy.
How much would you be prepared to pay for that?
20 or 30 quid.
Well, it's available for, I think, 25-ish pounds. I can't
so
actually remember.
Right in the middle.
Right in the middle. Yeah. So you would say that would get you value for money.
Yeah.
Good investment.
Yeah, you can definitely, like, you see so many of the bad quality, like usual, but no, yeah.
Happy with that?
Very, very good.
So you're happy to say to people, if they were to spend the money, they'd be
If you want a good mouse mat, like for me personally, an issue I've come across a lot is just the grippiness. Like, yeah.
So you can buy one. I'll send you the link after this. How about that? There's also, if you want to talk mouse mats, I'll give you an exclusive, right? People can't see this yet, right?
Oh.
Well, these are new designs of mouse mats. People haven't seen yet. Look, they can't see it. We'll show it off later.
That's upside down.
Right?
Oh, they're going to see it, they're going to see it.
No, there you go, look.
That is cool, yeah.
Yeah?
Cool graphic, yeah.
And then we've also done a plain one for people that want a plain one, look.
Yeah, I like that, yeah.
That's
more my size as well.
Slightly bigger.
Yeah.
There you go. That was, anyway, hashtag ad. But it wasn't a hashtag ad for you, because I asked your honest opinion. I have not paid you to promote that, so it's all good. Back to the power supply in this Asus and NVIDIA sponsored stream. Asus, sorry, where we just sell my mouse mat. We're going to need, I don't think we need SATA actually, to be fair. We just need 2 8-pins for the CPU. I would actually advise that you plug both of the 8 pins in. On like older CPUs or like some of the lower wattage ones, you don't need that. But just to ensure you provide maximum power, I would advise plugging them both in. Obviously we need, what are you plugging in there?
The other
CPU, yeah. So that will be that end first. And then somewhere we have our 600 watt cable for the graphics
Wait, it does.
Sorry, I've lost my train of thought talking about mouse mats. What's going on in chat? Chat, what are you saying? Are you ready? This thing's almost about to be turned on.
Somebody said, stop teasing us with the mouse mats. I feel like people were hoping to see a sneak peek there.
Do they want to see half of it?
Half of it?
They can see half. Actually, no, I'll tell you what. I'll give people a clue. There's a poster on the wall that's changed recently. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. What? What's that one?
The CPU.
Oh, that is the wrong end. Did I tell you? It's the one that says PSU.
Oh, right.
That's the one you want to plug in.
Yeah, got it.
And then this one. Is that the one? Yep. So yes, this is a 600 watt cable, which is important because if you're going for a 40, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think 4080 and 4090 you do need the 600 watt cable. You might get away with a 450 watt cable for a 4080 Super, but I'm fairly sure the 4090 need the 600 watt cable. But some of them are rated for like different wattages. So if you went for a different power supply, it might come with this cable, but it might say 450 on it, and then that's obviously cutting it a little bit fine. So we'll plug this in, nice and tight, so it's clicked in properly. And then check we have everything. So we have our large ATX. We have our CPU, we have our other CPU, and then we also need the graphics, and that's it, because we don't need, although you're going to put some...
I'm going to be putting them in, yeah.
You're going to put some hard drives in, so we will hook you up with our SATA connection as well. If I miss those, if I put them away?
Oh, they're here.
You got them?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you need to plug one of those in as well. Oh, tired now. Almost time for bed.
I was up at just gone 5 this morning.
Yeah, exactly. What time did you have to get up this morning?
Like just gone 5.
Oh wow, okay.
Well, I woke up at that time, but I went sort of like gave myself another half an hour, and it was more like 6. But yeah.
Oh, so when you say you got up at 5?
I got up at 5 and then started getting ready, and then I was like,
so you're a liar?
Kind of. I don't usually do that, but I was like...
No, a long old drive from the Midlands, to be fair. Oh, hello.
Getting heavy now.
It is getting a bit weighty now. Do you want to walk people through the power supply?
Yeah, so... Got to put it the right way.
What is the right way?
The fan at the bottom.
Why?
Because there is...
Ventilation,
there,
yeah. What if there wasn't a vent there?
The other way.
Yeah? You've never been quizzed so much in your life.
No, usually when the last time I was building my PC, I had no one distract me. Well, actually, okay.
I'm walking you through it.
Okay. I lied. Pickles and J4 was criticising everything I was doing, even though it was totally fine.
Other way. That's the one. So, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you've learned about low-fat mayo. So, you've learned something. Anything else? We've also learnt that Phantom Menace is the best Star Wars game.
Maybe not.
Do you need me to spot you with the assist? There you go. What do you think of Fortnite?
I actually hate the gameplay.
Oh,
sorry.
Get out of here.
I have to play it because a few of my friends actually only play that game, and it's the only way I can.
But what about no build though? Because that's
it's much better with it, but still, the fundamental gunplay I'm not a huge fan of.
I think it's fun. It's one of the few games I'm still good at.
Few games you can win at.
Yeah, well, exactly. That's fun. That's what it's all about, isn't it? I've got 2 wins. On the start of the new season, because I haven't played it for ages. So I started, still there. Started playing it when I was testing out ROG's new monitor, the OLED PG32 UCDM. Can you tell I've written the script and filmed it? And yeah, because that gaming monitor is just like kick-ass, if I'm honest with you. 240Hz OLED 4K. In Fortnite, it's absolutely sublime. So I was testing that out and I got 2 wins on the first day. And I only played like 5 games, so.
As NVIDIA said,
what?
Frames win games, I think is it? I can't remember.
I just, yeah.
I have to put the overlay back up.
I actually discovered that like sponsored streams are now my new favourite thing, because like you just lean into the awkwardness and it's fantastic. It is awesome. But I mean, the fact of the matter is, if you wouldn't do a sponsored stream about products you didn't like, because that would be really stupid.
Yeah.
Yes, this is a great product. I haven't used it before, but I've heard it's good. We might test it later. We might run out of time. Go buy it. Fortunately, not that today. Right, we're going to start feeding our cables through. So CPU can go in there.
Ooh, there we go.
Can you? Yeah, there you go. We'll just feed them through for now, so they're in the right place. Yep. And then if you do the same with the other.
Then if you need to, you can just lift up the radiator.
You can, in the Asus TUF case.
GT302.
Can I also complain about Asus for a second?
Oh no, not again.
Yeah, I'm going to complain. I like that we've gone for like Asus ProArt, Asus ROG, and Asus TUF all in the one video. That's not really, I suppose that's not really a complaint, that's just brand awareness.
That's covering.
That's
keeping everyone happy.
That's the best of everything, that is. Asus TUF's pretty cool. But don't forget, Asus TUF, when it started, was like a tiny sub-brand of motherboards. They were literally like the TUF boards because they had like the plastic on them.
Yeah.
They like used like high-graded components or, you know, that sort of stuff. So, yeah.
Military grade.
Military grade. What does that mean? Like, if you could deploy it?
I swear, like somebody's. I thought we googled this last time. What does military grade mean?
I have heard that military grade aluminum doesn't really mean anything. Or is it no aero grade, isn't it?
Yeah, something like that.
It says it's just a buzzword.
Yeah.
Ah, there you go. I mean, it probably depends on the product, to be fair. Like, you know, it probably started with like military grade radios and stuff, surely.
Just put that down there.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway.
Have we talked about how this case supports new BTF?
Yeah, we have. Is that Asus saying that?
Maybe.
No, Asus, that's proven you weren't paying attention, or you weren't here from the beginning. And you know what time we were going live, and it was scheduled, and you saw it, and you were late. So don't come in here giving us all that.
We were late.
Yeah, we were late, exactly. So they were late when we were late.
I think they were here at the beginning.
Well, they missed it. Did I say about it?
We did.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Apparently, they said they went to the toilet, so...
We don't need to know that. Right, would you want to do the cables?
Mm-hmm.
What did you learn in this video? We learned that Asus went to the toilet. Sorry, Asus.
Asus ROG.
Yeah, I realise I haven't plugged the RGB into the power supply, but as we're not going to see it anyway, I'm not gonna bother. Sorry, guys.
Oh, no RGB power supply today.
Well, because there's a cover here, and there's the RGB fan is on the bottom.
Oh.
So you're not gonna.
Get that cool
you could get a little bit underglow, yeah.
We could try it.
Oh, what are you talking to me for? Keep the cables. Come on, cable boy. I'll see if I can sneak it in. How about that?
Yeah.
I don't have lights.
You could move the PC to like the middle of the table, and then everybody
Like
can
that.
see.
Yeah, I don't want everyone to see. This is very personal. No, that doesn't help me.
You can't. You've got to go in there.
Also, for anyone watching at home, from like a liability point of view, I've made all of the cables on the floor. They've been covered up with mouse mats to avoid a trip hazard. If it's the other side, I'm not sure I can get to that. Yeah, of course it is. I could take it out. I could just take it out, couldn't I? Here we go. You got any chat for us, guys, while I do this?
Just, picking on Asus for having to go to the toilet. They weren't very happy with that either. Crypt GN, is that one of yours, Azza?
One of yours?
Not that I can recall, unfortunately.
Oh, it's a solid PC Centric subscriber, by the way.
They said we don't need to bother with RGB and just go full blackout, which is kind of what we were doing.
Here's a question for Aaron. Did you like Call of Duty Blackout?
I did. I played it a lot with J4, actually. Quite a lot. That was our game for a long time.
That was like the one before...
Warzone, yeah. The actual good Battle Royale, you know.
Are you joking? PUBG was the best one. You'd like walk around for 45 minutes and then suddenly you get headshotted and that would be the end of it. It was the suspense literally killed you.
We had the same tactic to do each game. It was great. We had a lot of fun playing that. Carl's
just a big RuneScape player. Whereas I can't, genuinely, if I started playing RuneScape again, the channel would die because I just would be playing it all the time. I genuinely cannot be trusted.
It's all about finding tasks you can do whilst doing other things. When you sat in bed, you can just...
No, I don't. My life is too precious, right?
Too precious.
My life is too precious to be sat in bed on RuneScape. I'd much rather be sat in bed reading up on BBC News, telling me that there is a solar farm in Wales that's been rejected by the local council.
See, like
that's all I get because I read one article about that locally.
You could have been farming rennar weeds instead.
Oh, yeah. I think it was better in a way before GE when you didn't know how much stuff was worth. And I remember the very first time...
That's why you're playing Iron Man.
The first time I tried farming and I wanted to buy an apple tree off someone and someone like offer, I was like, 80 GP? And apparently it's worth like 30k. Back in the day,
Back in the day. Yeah, trees are expensive.
Right. Do you like his immaculate cable management? Is this good?
Is this good? This isn't probably gonna. Nothing's ever good enough for those guys.
I'd say, yeah. Oh, you know what? The cable's a little bit short. We need to borrow a bit from the USB. No, that's not going to happen, I'm afraid. Unless, have you got any? No. No. I don't think so. I think
we've got a super chat from Liam Dudley for £1.99.
Right, you have to do the super chat noise now, Aaron.
What is it?
Anything you like.
Just make loud super
But people have to see you. You can't hide behind the computer. And it's big energy. They've paid for you to do big energy, and it needs to be derogatory.
Derogatory.
I don't know. This is tough.
It's not.
It is.
Asus TUF Gaming GT302.
Oh, there we go.
Anyway, Liam Dudley just wants to know when there's...
No, whoa. He doesn't get it read out till he's done the dance.
Super chat!
Yeah, that's fantastic. That's exactly what we wanted.
There we go.
It's kind of funny because we can't even answer the question.
Oh.
He just said, when are we getting more AMD BTF motherboards?
Oh.
I feel like that's a question for Asus ROG if they're still in the chat.
Yeah. What, like Ryzen motherboards, you mean?
Yeah. BTF ones. I want more of them.
Ryzen ones. Not the other ones.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Not the other
You did this last time, Carl.
No. That other company doesn't exist.
Anyway, I think that's your rig pretty much done, actually. They've just got a little bit of tidy up to do. What you want to do, the trick is when you're on camera, we're just plugging in the ROG power supply to the RGB. The trick is you do a mediocre job on stream and you tell people, this is just for now, we need to test it's working, we'll tidy it up later, and then you never tidy it up later. No one knows. That's the secret.
Cat's out of the bag now.
Cat's out
We've
the bag.
got to tidy up because it's got to come home with me.
Don't forget I'm taking the GPU. That would be so funny though. Like,
Just goes home
while
with
he's
his car missing.
yeah, no, while he's stuffing his face with cake downstairs, I'll swap it out with like a GT 1660 or something.
Yeah, he won't notice.
No. He just turn it on and like, oh, this plays great. You won't mind. Yeah. So we will do a little bit of tidying up. But otherwise, pretty good. I mean, do you want this strap on or off?
Take it off because it's not black, is it?
It depends how much tension you have on the.
There we go.
On the tubes.
That's fine.
Is it me or does the tubes look slightly skew at the bottom? You might have to sort that out later. That's a you problem, that one. Right, well, we need to test whether it works, and for good luck, you don't want to put the side panels on.
Yeah.
But we are going to need a monitor, okay? What monitor brand would you go for?
There's only one.
There's only one?
There's only one.
You can't actually say that, because that is a lie, and you can't lie in a sponsored thing.
The one I've used for the past 10 years is Asus.
Okay.
ROG.
Yeah. So what do you want to use? What?
Do you know the model name?
Oh, you want an Asus one?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we can do that. That's fine. Yeah.
I thought you was asking me for the specific model name. I can't.
I'll be honest. I'm just winding you up. This is, spoiler alert, the world's greatest PC gaming monitor.
It looks fantastic.
As branded by me. Not that I obviously didn't brand the product, but basically my review of this goes live in a few days once Carl gets his.
You only gave it to me today.
Once Carl's finished editing it, I absolutely love this thing. The only thing I'll tell you what I'll do, right? I'll go through all the flaws of this product rather than any of the pros, okay? Asus insist on their stands being like this, which are great because they don't really wobble. But if you have a shallow desk and you push it back, it does that. That annoys me, okay? The menu system in this is very clearly laid out, but the button to go right is also the same button that selects settings. Okay. So it's quite annoying when you're going through the menu system in this. You end up turning on settings you don't like. And that's about it.
Everything else
That's
is,
literally about it.
They said get a bigger desk.
It's not quite as bright as the very best televisions you can buy. But that's literally it. Honestly,
if you want to play games,
you just wait till you see this thing on. It is going to blow your face off. Okay, it is ridiculously good. So it's a QD OLED monitor, 4K, 240 hertz. Like, you just wait. I've even told you you're going to be impressed.
Yeah.
I guarantee you'll be more impressed than you think. Unless your PC's dead, then you won't see anything. Your SSDs are in here, so you should be good to go. This is when we find out we don't actually have enough sockets. No, I think,
Power brick for the monitor.
Yeah, oh, that's the other complaint I had about it. The power brick, this cable Asus is too short. Because what happens is you plug it in, then your power brick hangs down if you have a standing desk.
I feel like every monitor I've owned, I've had that issue, and they are literally like wrapped up.
The secret is to kind of like have a basket under your desk, and then it sits like that. But if you could make that cable a bit bigger, Asus, next time, please, that would be great. You found the other flaw. Congratulations in the product. But you think most monitors will have like some pretty big issues, even ones that are fantastic. I mean, Asus monitor, like the previous gen OLED, these WOLED panels, I found that the brightness in that one, it was fine, but it wasn't like amazing. Whereas this doesn't have that problem, it's so much brighter. And it doesn't have any motion trailing. Well, obviously it does technically, but basically doesn't have any motion trailing. And I say 240 hertz 4K, there's not really a reason to ever upgrade this, to be honest. You'll probably get one that will come out in a couple of years' time that will be like slightly brighter. But this is already crazy bright. It's HDR does like 1,100 nits, something like that-ish. But obviously you get that true contrast, proper blacks from the OLED, and the color is phenomenal. Yeah, you just wait. Have you seen this yet? On?
No.
Yeah, you're going to be impressed. Like, forget that this is Asus sponsored. Like, I don't give a crap about that. Honestly, it is absolutely ridiculous how good this monitor is. It's the first monitor I've seen in ages I might actually buy for myself. Or I was actually going to send an email asking if they want me to keep this for a bit.
Permanent review sample.
No, I'm serious. Like, I am absolutely in love with this. I am testing a competitor's at the moment, but I don't think it's quite as good. But I'm interested to test the competitors that have the same panel, to be fair as well. But Asus have, I'm going on a massive tangent now. Asus have a heatsink built into theirs, which means you don't have a fan inside this. And what was the other thing? Oh, it's got the uniform brightness. setting on this as well. So when you're using this in SDR in the desktop, you don't get that horrible effect where you've got a really bright, like small Windows Explorer window, and then you make it full screen and the whole screen dims. You don't have that problem. Really, really impressed with this. Should we move all of that now? Cool. Plugged in. We need a mouse and keyboard, don't we?
USB receivers.
Asus keyboard, Asus mouse. I mean, the Asus keyboard I use anyway, to be fair, but I did have to fish the TUF gaming mouse off of the desk. Normally I have a matching white mouse, but that's not Asus. And non-Asus products don't exist today.
We forgot one key component.
Have we?
Yeah, we've been reminded in chat.
What's that? No, I've done that. Oh, sorry, on the desk, yeah. Sorry. The mouse mat you praised so highly as well is here. There we go. That is key. Sorry, you're right there. Where's the other receiver gone?
I don't know.
I had it a second ago. Let's probably still plug it into the other computer. Hang on a minute. Just amuse yourselves for a second. Don't worry, guys.
You've got to go through 8 other PCs to find it.
No, that's all right.
Oh, found it straight away.
I knew what it was.
There we go.
It was in a competitor's PC with a caller, actually, that was quite loud.
Competitor.
Yeah. Right. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are we sure everything?
Lights.
Are we sure everything is good to go? Is the monitor ready? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. No. You've turned it off now.
Oh.
Yeah. Knock yourself out. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Is it going to work?
One.
It was the...
Go. Right at the front.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. Oh no, we haven't actually plugged the cables in. That'll do it. How did we forget that? They're there. No, we haven't plugged the power button in.
Oh.
But I am too lazy to wait for that. So let's go for Plan B instead. If you don't ever plug it in properly, you can just jump the pins. Right.
Pickles, the classic Asla.
No, that one was me. Oh, there we go. Pins jumped. I will have to remember to actually plug those in later, though.
And all the case fans.
Oh yeah, we didn't do that, but it's all right. The fans on the top are going. It's all good.
There we go. Success.
That's what happens if you forget to plug in all of the case stuff. We're too busy talking about mayonnaise.
I love the fact there's actually just a power button you could have pressed on the motherboard, but you know.
Is there?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the one that says start.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would do it.
Yeah.
Well, the most important thing is whether this actually boots. So the first time you turn it on, we'll take a... There you go, take a second. But there we are.
Quick.
Right, has it found all your drives?
It's got both of them, yeah.
Yeah, good.
XMP time.
New CPU installed. Okay. I would also advise turning XMP on.
Mm-hmm.
And some people will say, no, you should do that later because I don't even know why.
It's like the first thing I've turned on.
Yeah.
Both my builds.
Because I would rather know if there's a problem with the memory, I'd rather know now than later on. To be fair, you've already got Windows installed, so it shouldn't be so much of a problem. This is a glossy panel, by the way, on this monitor as well, which I like, but obviously picks up more reflections. XMP is currently disabled. We'll turn that on. So we've got 6600 and then CL32 on this one. 32, 39, 39, 76, 1.4 volts. Is that interesting?
Yes.
I would have said no, if I'm honest with you. But yeah. Resizable bar is on, which it should be. And if you want to do overclocking, have you overclocked your CPU and stuff before?
I haven't, to be honest, but...
Okay, well, we won't do it now. We can do it later if you want.
That'd be cool, yeah.
But it's in this AI overclock tuner. So you've got a few different settings. You can have automatic or XMP turns on.
I attempted with the competitors processor, but it just would.
No. Oh, I see.
It was
the Ryzen CPU.
Yeah, the Ryzen Master. It just would crash it, and I was like, you know what, I ain't got time to.
Who is it that makes Ryzen CPUs?
AMD.
Whoa! Crazy! Can't say that today. Yeah, so you can overclock everything here.
I think everything else is.
So like performance cores, this is probably the main one you'd want to turn on. At the moment it's set to automatic. But if you wanted to overclock the 8 performance cores in the CPU, you can do it with AI, which is an Asus feature on their boards. Or you can say do the old-fashioned way, which is where you sync them all together. So if you wanted to overclock them to, I don't know, 6 gigahertz, let's say. Not saying you'd be able to achieve that, but if you could, this is where you plug those numbers in, essentially. So it is quite straightforward. I usually leave everything automatic and then change the clock speed. But if you want more granularity, you would put your own voltages and stuff in. I mean, the dirtiest way of doing it is just to like look up online. What are you laughing at? Would be to look up online. You could say like 14900KS. Is it KF? 14900KF overclock settings, and then other people should like give you like a rough idea what you need and go from there. But
or you can undervolt.
You can undervolt as well. Yeah. So if you wanted to use less power and make less noise, it doesn't look great, does it, with the all of the RGB fans off?
No. Yeah, someone said, why weren't the fans working?
Because I'm an idiot.
And that's when I said you didn't plug them in.
Typical.
Upsis Gaming said, I hate PC Centric as a maverick.
Well, no, I show that not every build gets built perfectly, and that's okay. You make mistakes and you fix them. This is the reality. I don't like this like super polished online stuff where it's like everything is perfect.
Edited down, condensed, yeah.
Yeah, I quite like it. Not at the time, because I want to have my lunch, but normally when I'm filming the videos.
There we go, we're in.
There you go, you're in. What's your password? Right, should we get the cables actually plugged in now?
Yeah. No USB plugged in either.
What USB?
None. None of them.
Yeah, that one is.
USB 3, USB Type-C.
Oh no, I know we haven't done any of that because I'm an idiot. So there we go.
I don't think there was less cables when you tried to. Yeah.
Anyway.
I'll leave it to the expert.
Well, I wouldn't use that word today. Right, let's get. But we're back in. The overclock has taken on the memory, so we can turn this off.
That doesn't work, remember, because it's not plugged in.
That'll do it. Does the start button work?
I think it's good at starting, maybe not turning off.
Screwdriver.
You could just turn the power switch.
You could.
Well, you could just
So,
move
yeah,
the mouse.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
And then just click shut down.
All right, that was easier. Well, I'm getting confused. I'm allowed to get confused. I don't know why you're laughing. This is all your fault. You should have built it better. You should have gone to Geekawatt. You would have built your PC properly. That's what you should have done.
Yeah, probably should have done.
Okay. I'm a little bit disappointed in myself there. I'll be honest.
I happened to forget all of the cables in the case. It's one fan cable, maybe.
It's because we got too excited. So it's these ones here, look.
Yeah.
And these ones here. I blame Asus, because if they weren't in the toilet, they could have been here helping us out. So we get these.
People are triggered a bit. Should have taken it to Geek Squad.
That's funny. I like that. Right, this looks like our cables. Okay. Do you want to plug that in? You can probably go around the other side. Is there the header around there somewhere?
I can't really see. It's too dark.
Do you remember that time we built the PC and didn't plug any of the cables in?
On a live stream in front of like 300 people.
Yeah, well, it's all good fun, isn't it? How is everyone doing in the chat? Like, come on, you'd expect this.
Yeah, they're just kind of like mocking.
A bit of fun, isn't it?
Yeah.
Bit of fun.
Do you want this?
Ah.
Well, around the other side. It is magnetic. You could stick it to something. If it helps.
Does it stick like? Maybe. Maybe let's not put it on the fans, it might break them. Hold on, let me spin this around because now I can't see. That's worse.
You can't see any blocks, everything.
Or we could just spin it around so people at home can see.
Yeah, that would be
better idea. Right. Right, I'll tell you what, I'll plug them in, you feed them through.
Go around the poking through and the other plug them in.
Oh, sorry guys.
What's that? It's floorboard again.
It's only when I'm nervous. Can you send that bit further down, please? That needs to go in a lower hole. This one, can you grab?
Oh, right. Yeah.
Just feed that through the back. Yeah. And then I'll grab the USB 3. Carl, walk people through something.
They're currently trying to plug in the USB.
Well, I wouldn't say trying. I mean,
well, what would you say?
We are plugging in
Successfully.
Yeah.
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 Doesn't look.
Well, speak for yourself. You haven't contributed to this, have you?
Yeah, I've been here.
You've been pushing the buttons.
I turned the computer off.
You did.
And I got the keyboard and mouse out.
And you did actually point out the fact that we hadn't plugged everything in, which was quite fundamental, really, wasn't it? Let's be honest.
That was.
So that's our front panel. Okay, so we need to go down again.
Oh yeah, there's nothing.
Bottom
Carl
one.
is doing his job.
I realised that was meant to be a joke because actually Carl has done more than we have. He's been in charge of the buttons, and I gave him about 20 seconds notice that he was in charge of the buttons, really. So once again, Editor Carl is the real hero of the stream.
That's what the comments seem to say. They said Carl has been pivotal to the stream. How dare you? No Carl slander.
Not here. Carl is the dregs of the PC Centric employees.
No. I'm E. No, I can't be editor. I can't be EK anymore, can I? I can't be Editor Carl. It's got.
You can be.
I can take over the name.
Can you?
Yeah, instead of EK doing, I can just be the EK.
What's going on here? Oh, I see. Don't worry. Yeah, do you want to push that one through your side again? Have you got any more facts for?
Fun fact.
Apparently, the moon is 400 times larger than the sun, which is why when it gets 400 times.
The moon is 400
no, the sun's
larger.
400 times larger than the sun. So when the moon is 400 times exactly further away than the sun, you get an eclipse or something. That's not really a fact, is it? That's just.
Do you want the real
that needs to come this side.
Oh, okay.
Even though the moon is 400 times smaller than the sun, it's about 400 times closer to the Earth than the sun is.
Yeah, that's the one. That's what I said.
So that's
No, I
why they
didn't.
look basically the same size.
That's pretty much what I said.
Yeah.
Who we got going in chat? Come on, give us some names.
Virtus Revenge, Crix GM, they've been here for most of the stream. Rivstar's obviously here.
Oh, Rivstar is an absolute hero. Can Rivstar tell us, was it Rivstar that actually set up Carlbot?
I think I set it up, but he fixed it.
Right. Is Carlbot named after you?
Yeah, I changed its name.
What's it normally called?
Carlbot, with a C.
Ah, I get that. I was saying to Thea, if we have, we're not pregnant. I mean, I'm never going to be pregnant. But if she was, we said we should have a son called Cole, called Carl, with a C, because it would be the worst name ever. Carl.
Carl.
It wouldn't work.
Cole.
Carl. Yeah, it wouldn't really work. Would it?
Sounds like charcoal.
Yeah. No, we said have a child called Fossil Fuel.
Or if you had a daughter called Charlotte and called her Char for sure. Charcoal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
K?
K-Cole.
Doesn't really work, does it? I like how you're just keeping quiet, hiding behind the PC there. What's going on?
There's a lot of cables. There's a lot of cables. It's
going on?
hard to figure out what's what.
What's what?
There's the USB that you have.
USB needs to be here. Don't you worry. It's all gone wrong, really, isn't it? It's a huge whacking mess now.
Marvin Bateman said Carl is the real CPU of the operation.
the core.
Central.
I know. the core person.
Using unit. I wouldn't say I refer to myself as a unit.
You are a big unit.
Big stonks.
Yeah.
Did it not boot? No, it did boot. It's just it didn't have any fans or USBs or power.
That doesn't look neat. I'm gonna do that again because I care about you, Aaron. I don't want you to have to put up.
We've got some big people like Judge in the chat as well.
Yeah.
What? Like large or?
They've been criticising this every way. They'll keep criticising it unless they build it, basically. They know who they are.
Yeah, but if you're going to build a PC on grass, you can't really have a go, you know. Yeah, I just don't know what came over you. That is an odd thing to do.
It wasn't me.
It's ROG just called me
Rotund?
rotund. See, you've got that word out there now.
I mean, I didn't invent it. It was out there before. Oh. Right, I've got to go into cable mode. You're going to have to take over.
Okay, so currently we are trying to cable manage the amount. There is just so many cables that are required to do, you know, the power button, USB, things like that, the fans. Yeah, I didn't enjoy doing it last time.
I do, I quite enjoy it. But I'm a freak. So.
I mean, it's like the USB cable. It's just so awkward. It's so tough. It doesn't bend much, and then
tough.
Yeah. It's not great.
I mean, I wonder, does that come out? I've got it's not too short. It's just it's wrapped around itself.
Yeah.
So if I can plug this in here, I will. All right, I'll just. If it annoys you, you will have to move this cable later on. But
okay.
For now, we can just. Ow. Pop this down here.
Are you making use of the bonus BTF?
Yeah, I do, but it doesn't match the cables above it, you see, which would annoy me. But I just want it to work now. Well, you know what we should do if you have problems building your PC halfway through?
Phone gigawatt.
No. Oh. Have a cup of tea. Remember? Why is that there? Right. This is great chat now. Everyone watching at home is going to be like, I'm so glad I tuned in for this. Because this is...
Hey, I'm finally getting USB-C at the front. Because previously my motherboard didn't support it, so I've had a port there. Useless.
Just not been able to use it.
Yeah, so you see what I mean? Well, that kind of looks all right because it goes in like size order.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
But
it's not. It's the flow.
You can tweak that later if you want. I'd also advise like tucking these in a little bit, so that can go. Am I blocking the camera?
Oh yeah, probably.
All of it.
You can see half of it.
I'm sorry, guys, in advance.
In advance. Oh, that's what you meant by in advance.
I get nervous. I'm sorry.
Gotta love seeing the back of PC Centric.
Yeah.
There we go.
Just tuck that in there. Yeah, I know, but I'll show people what I've done in the end. Don't worry about it.
It's a difficult task.
I've made comedy sounds just to pass the time, so people don't say I don't do anything for you. Do we need a little bit more?
Asus ROG are going home.
Are they?
Yeah.
I thought they actually had work to do.
This is work.
Same with the work day.
They've been what was it?
Oh, so once they leave, we can actually say whatever we want.
Yeah, I guess so.
We can tell people.
Give it 5 more minutes.
We can tell people the truth about Asus.
The next video.
Yeah, which is that they actually make very good products and they are usually highly recommended. But they don't know we're going to say that. We could say anything.
We can say anything now.
Just tell that
Oh,
over
everyone's being so nice to them in the chat.
Was it Asus?
Yeah, like, bye Asus. Take care.
All right, again, we can tidy it up later. I'm being like, because it will move when you put this back in the box anyway.
Yeah.
Should we go again?
We're ready. Steady.
No, because it's not plugged in.
Power. HDMI.
Yeah. What? H. Oh no, that is it. Yeah. What did you say?
I said HDMI.
Oh right, you're fine. Everything you say is wrong.
Anyway.
I can't see. Yeah, I can. Okay, right. Do you want to do the honours again?
Yes.
Well, I'll turn it round so people see. There we go. They can't see you though.
Well, there we go.
Still no fans though. Did we not plug them in? I thought we did plug them in. No, we didn't. See, yeah, it's all right. Where they are? Yeah,
Can't find them.
Can't find them. We had them a second ago. That was the main thing we wanted to plug in, so that it looks good. Right, there you go. You got it.
So that's got to.
So that can be plugged in.
Reach down the bottom.
Up here, look. You shouldn't really do this when it's plugged in.
How to not build a PC.
Asus have gone now.
Yeah, exactly. The party gets started now. Or I can just do it at the top. It's easier. I'm going to turn this off. I think it'll be easier. We actually have a power button though that works now. So
he thinks.
With that, yeah, good.
So
cool. Right, if you feed that through to
from
me.
the very top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. And then if you find the ones for the fan speed.
Which does that look like?
What's going on here? Why has that got so much tension on it? You did do it right, I've just changed my mind. Plugging in cables is always the best bit of any build, let's be honest. There are actually like vendors now that sell systems that you can daisy chain stuff together. And then you have like one central hub and it does like make things a lot easier. But I knew, like James told me, like he had one that was blown up the other day and then he replaced the hub or something and it blew up again.
Oh dear.
Which is fun. So at least we don't have to deal with that. Fan speed. Well, I've already seen it once. Where's the fan speed? Is it those ones? Help me find it. It's here somewhere. This is quality content, as I say right here.
This is a struggle.
I mean, the problem is I can turn the PC round and show you, but then I'll just have to turn it round again as soon as I feed it through. So there should be loads like these here. Like, those are the fans.
Yeah.
So it'll be the end of one of these somewhere. Right, let's spin this round. It's been too long. The people have not seen what we're doing.
This is what we're having to deal with.
This is also the mess as well that I need to cable manage.
It's a lot.
I can at least see now though, so this is good. So look, here we have all of our fans. Nice and easy. That's a fan there. These are the fans. That's a fan. Where's it plug into then? That's a fan. There should just be one cable we haven't plugged in yet. That's all of our RGB.
That's all plugged together.
Unless we've accidentally plugged the wrong thing in, but I don't think so.
Not plug the fans from the cooler into it.
No, because that's those there, they're separate. Yeah. So you've got one fan.
That's the rear one.
Here, right? We're happy with that. That's definitely not it. We've got two fans there. So, see this? But then that kind of goes, that goes back over there. And this one goes back over there. So I just wonder if I've daisy chained too many together or something. Don't really know. That's a fan, isn't it? That's definitely a fan. All right, so that's one fan. Oh, I found it. It's here. There we go. It was hiding, not in plain sight. Right, find me a fan header, please, Aaron.
It's probably at the bottom, right?
Yeah, bottom of the top. There might be.
It's easiest. Probably at the top, isn't it? But
That doesn't actually look like it.
No, I was just thinking that. It didn't look like it.
So I have to go down the bottom. Okay. Will it actually reach though? Will it actually reach?
It's not. There's one in the middle, but
is there?
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah, you don't want that.
It's too far.
I don't know if you have the reach. Oh, you might do, but we'll feed this through properly. That's a little bit out of the way. What's everyone having for dinner, by the way, guys? we're going for extreme measures now. Like, genuinely interested. What are you having for dinner? Anything good? Whoever has the best dinner wins the biggest shout out you're ever going to get in your life.
Wins Asus PC.
Can you confirm that?
You want it plugged into the?
No, whether they're winning your PC for the best dinner.
Oh no.
I don't. That's not going to reach. Though.
No.
Oh, that's a little bit too short. That one. Unless we swap, we could always swap one of these that we've already plugged in. So if you unplug the pump for me, which is the one on the right.
That one.
Is it that? Yeah. That's still not gonna. Well, actually,
wait, that could go down.
That could go there. Like, when you plug that in.
Or it could go down if it's behind the graphics.
No, because you can plug it in there because it's already there anyway.
Okay.
So if you untuck that. Sorry, don't mind us, guys. Come on.
Don't mind us.
Give us the lowdown on the dinner, Carl. Look, you're slacking.
We've got beans. Mark Woodshire has got beans on toast.
No, see that's a D tier. Sorry.
A tier.
Baby Maker has got some kebabs.
If it's fresh, like shish kebabs that they made themselves, A tier. Otherwise, sorry. If you hold that for me, what we'd do
What else have we
would be clever. We'd do like some wrappage, so to disguise it.
Salt and ginger chips.
Chips, like, do you think they're American or?
Oh yeah, could be.
I don't know.
So with vinegar, you wouldn't have vinegar on.
No, okay, good. Right, proper chips then.
Yeah, proper chips.
I know you just did this, Aaron. I'm sorry. I'm just thinking out loud.
I'm the expert, I feel like.
You are absolutely the expert.
Or turkey dinosaurs.
Right, we'll swap again. You plug.
There we go.
Cool. Okay. So what we will eventually do is just sort of hide this.
Hide in that gap.
Yeah. Like we'll make it nice and neat. Don't worry. But
I know J4 and Pickles are going to be.
Well, no. Like, I can do a neat PC. It's just when if you want to do it properly neat, it takes about an hour.
Yeah, I ain't got that time.
If you want it to be perfect, so we'll do that. We'll do that later. And then that means this cable here can then be plugged in where you just were.
There we go.
Salt and vinegar, not salt and ginger.
Oh, salt and ginger sounded interesting.
I was going to say, that's like, oh, that's an interesting flavour. Roast chickens and salad.
It's healthy. It sounds like a sandwich, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Roast chicken and.
I had that the other day. Turkey dinosaurs.
Yeah. Turkey are they still going? Are they Bernard Matthews?
Maybe. Bangers and mash with beans.
Are we in now?
We've got. There we go. We're all
Never
sorted.
understood that when I was like a kid. I was going to my friend's house. They had bangers and mash with beans. I was like,
Yeah.
never understood it. It always confused me.
I don't know.
Mash and
I've had it
gravy.
before.
Mash and beans. It always seems a bit weird.
Works for me.
What, you got your northern diet.
No, I mean, surely you should be pro gravy everything.
Nah, beans is better.
What? No, beans better than gravy.
Yeah.
Gravy's better than everything.
Gravy, we love gravy.
Love gravy.
Northern boys love gravy.
Chips,
Right.
Chips and gravy.
So we will get this neatened up a little bit more, but to be honest, for the meantime, that's absolutely fine.
Yeah.
I
You,
can't see it from my house.
your house?
That's what you usually say when you do something and you're like, doesn't bother me.
Ah.
Won't be able to see it from my house.
Never heard that before. That must
Like
be.
an electrician saying.
Yeah.
There
Whoa,
we
whoa,
go.
whoa, whoa! He's gone
We've
crazy.
got lights.
Right, are people happy now? We actually have some action.
We've got fans as well.
Yeah.
Might need to go into the BIOS and tune those.
There we go.
Yeah.
So you want a colour? There you go.
There you go. Is there? I think there's. Oh no, it's motherboard RGB, isn't it? So you can obviously custom. Oh, that's a green light. You can customize the RGB in software. Yeah, those fans in the default are pretty noisy, boys. I would tune those down. Apply to all.
Someone said those fans are a bit noisy. Could you turn them off, please?
That's good. What did we plug into in the end? Oh, that's probably AIO pump. That's why, because it's not AIO pump. They were on 100%. That'd do it. Ah, there you go. Well, now you know what it sounds like on full speed.
It's not that bad, I suppose.
Fan 2. That's our pump. Yeah. So I'll go manual on that one. Probably what? Like, you don't want your pump to not
run high, fast.
Cool. Right. Save and exit. Then are we satisfied that it works?
Very much so.
Yeah?
Yeah, and it boots straight into Windows. No problems.
It's almost as if you included your own SSD on this.
But it just goes to show how easy it is. Even switching from one brand of CPU to another, it just works.
Yeah, I mean, I've definitely come across issues before, but it's not. It doesn't always happen like that. It's more like a Windows backend thing. So you could either uninstall some of like the like other applications. So if you go for like a Intel CPU to a Ryzen CPU, or vice versa, you obviously like uninstall the utilities that you're not using anymore. That can help. What I'll get you to do before we start looking at some games is, look, you can enter your password, top secret, like. Right, Carl, if you turn on the camera we have now at the
at the floor,
the ceiling camera that's showing his password.
The one behind his shoulder, yeah?
Yeah, that's the one. You in?
Yeah. So 2, 3, 4. Really?
Yeah, that's not a bad password. I like it. There's a keylogger on that. Yeah, you're good. So we should be in. Right, what do you make of the monitor?
It's a pretty. I mean, it's striking. Like it feels very close to like the glass. There isn't much of a gap.
Yeah, a lot of that is down to the glossy panel as well.
Yeah.
Oh no. Quick, get rid of that competing brand.
No, the Asus won't care about that. It's fine. So you can still use cam if you want to like monitor your system, if you want. But obviously your lighting ain't gonna like work anymore.
It's not working anyway.
No, I have to turn that on. Yeah, that is plugged in. Yeah, we did. Yeah, we definitely plugged it.
It was on.
It was on.
Yeah.
How about the case fans?
Yeah, so that will be the motherboard. Motherboard just needs configuring. So it might actually be.
Download Aura.
Yeah.
I have Armory Crate installed.
It's not called that anymore.
Yeah.
Armory Crate. Sync all. Yeah? Aura effects. Rainbow.
There we go.
You go. So now we've got our keyboard synced to everything.
Yeah?
Yeah?
All lit up?
All lit up. Yeah, that is straight. It's just, I'm looking at it at an angle, so yeah. Yeah, there you go. So that is our rig complete. I mean, should we have a look at a little bit of gameplay? You got offline? Am I okay to open stuff?
Go on, actually pretty much all my games. No, they're not in offline mode, so.
You don't have any offline mode?
Well, obviously Steam and EA do.
So yeah, offline games?
I suppose so. I don't know what would be. Wait, let me.
Don't panic.
Yeah.
Like, take your time. Like it's all right. I can. If you want, like a better idea. Hang on.
I want to make sure it doesn't like log me out
Right.
or something.
Yeah,
There we go.
So if you just look into his retinas, you can see.
I understand. Live stream is you don't just in case. I love this one. Honestly, please Asus, let me keep this monitor. I actually will get rid of any of my ultra wides now. I've finally found something I want.
It's not showing up.
But Yeah, so it's, what else was I going to say? Yeah, my upcoming PC, though, give me some ideas. I know the case I want to use. What case do I want to use?
The Asus TUF GT302.
I do like but that's too similar to the one I had before. So my current rigs, that's in a Fantex P600S. That's really nice, but I obviously want something different. And then the one I did last year was the 5000, or 2 years ago was the 5000D. The one last year, M80X, I'm using it in the living room. That's a Fractal Pop Air Mini. But for this build, my next build, I'm going to go in the, the Fantex NV5. I love that case. I'm going to build in that. But beyond that, not 100% sure what I'm going to go for. So let me know. How we doing?
Pretty much everything's requiring the internet, but I'm just trying Cyberpunk. It should work. Oh, there's an update.
To be fair, if you just go and open the EXE, it just works.
Oh, it's loading. Okay.
Have I just opened it twice?
It should be fine.
Might be the launcher.
Yeah. There we go.
There we
got a game. All my games, for some reason, or I'm always online or whatever, need to change the launcher setting. There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
also Steam as well. I don't. Literally, I don't know why it's. I just searching for the application's not showing up. But
yeah.
Oh well.
What happened to the H? Do you ever? Yeah, it's there. That spare HDMI cable.
Whoa, careful.
Whoa. We don't need this anymore, do we? Overhead can go. I'm now standing in front of the camera. Sorry.
Only half of it.
No one will know.
So we can't see the screen. We can't see the PC. We can't see.
Professionalism goes out the window. Is this what you expected when you knew you were going to come for this stream?
Yes.
Oh, good. I'm glad you're not disappointed. Did you have a look at one of the old streams?
I actually didn't. I did. I did. I mean, I did. I saw you did a live stream. I was like, oh, cool. That's usually I don't see that many like PC building stuff going on live at least.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to clone this. It's a shame you won't see the HDR, but whatever. Yeah. We'll just have to make do. So I want to duplicate these displays, please. People can see this now. Sorry, the top secretness has definitely gone now. Can you say okay for me? Yeah, you get a free PC, but you've also leaked all of your details. Not quite so fun. Display. That one. Keep changes. Right. Advanced display settings. Monitor refresh rate, 240 Hz. There we go. Yeah, and then that should be. Yeah. Right. So in theory, Carl, camera 3.
You ready?
Yeah. Yay! And then we need the overlay on. Hang on. On the floor. Get on the floor, Carl.
Go on.
Hey! Oh, but the latency's over there. I think we can move that. How do we do that? Is it Alt Z?
Yeah.
Yeah. The beta app.
Oh, NVIDIA beta.
I downloaded that yesterday.
It's under.
It wanted to make me sign in, so I just refused to.
Yeah.
Use GeForce Experience and just downloaded the beta app, just because I didn't want to sign in again.
Yeah. Sounds
like,
about right.
That's great.
Signing in, I didn't mind, but it would be when it wouldn't work.
Yeah, it's like one day you go to do it and it's like, sign in again. I'm like,
like the Google login wouldn't work. Yeah, it's just so annoying.
You gotta try and remember your password or go open like a password managing app and it's oh, for goodness sake.
So far the app's been fine for me.
Yeah.
And I'm a Shadow Play user. Like I swear by
NVIDIA Shadow Play has always been like.
Ever since launch, that was probably the biggest revolution in content creation for me because I was like having to use like Bandicam fraps and whatnot.
Fraps.
And like
Classic.
all those were so heavy, and then once I got this, it was like
it just works.
It's perfect. Yeah.
You don't need to use a capture card.
Exactly.
Just press Alt F9 ready to go.
Right, can everyone see this? Okay, can everyone see this? I think so. Well, should we leave it at 1440? Because then that's what you're used to.
Yeah.
Do you remember? So these are actually, this is interesting. These are the settings you obviously used, right?
Yes. Yeah.
These are your settings. So you've gone DLSS balanced, which I'd say is a decent option for 1440p. I'd use balanced or quality. You've gone for frame gen.
I didn't have that enabled.
Frame gen you've got on. Ray reconstruction, so you path tracing and everything on your old setup.
And it was yeah. I mean, these are the settings I had.
All right. Well, we'll keep this exactly as it is then. And
it was getting like 70, 80, you know, that sort of.
This is like the best stream we've done for slickness of getting into a game. We've
never had. This is quick. This is quick. Press space. That's quick.
Right. There you are. So your new PC, you're getting. I can't actually see. 100 and is that 90?
193.
193 FPS. Look.
Is that with ray tracing on?
Yeah.
Not bad. I mean, if I'll spin this around so you can.
There we go.
See it a bit better.
Yeah, they can see.
Yeah.
They can see what they got.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to have a go? This is your new PC.
Yeah.
This is real now.
This is real life.
164 FPS.
In quite a busy era, usually, you know.
And how good does it look on the screen as well?
Very, very good. Yeah, honestly, the glossiness of it, it's
good, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people will sort of say they prefer a matte panel, but I think when people see the two side by side, I think you'd rather go for glossy.
Yeah.
I think as well the latency figure we have at the top right might be slightly wrong because we're duplicating our displays. Obviously, so you can see this, whereas if you're outputting this to a normal screen, because normally your latency is, you know, if you get 190 FPS, your latency should be way lower than that. So I think that is.
You don't be getting 60 with 190.
Whereas
oh, they got path tracing.
Oh wait, no, I had it. I had that off.
Oh, so there you go.
So this is with path tracing on. So this is like as good as you can get, basically. Yeah,
exactly.
And it's nearly 200 FPS, so pretty insane, really.
It's got path tracing.
And if you
yeah,
not bad. Like Cyberpunk's got some really cool settings as well. What? You what?
Yeah. Maybe it was at 1080p.
I don't know. That's just weirded out. Full screen. To be fair, we did change the monitor resolution after. We'll exit and go again. This is the slickest gameplay we've had. All right. Let's try again. Yeah. What's chat saying? Chat impressed? We don't know. We
can't read the chat.
This could be duff info.
They said it looks beautiful. Great job, gentlemen.
Yes.
Yes.
Easily one of the best looking games there is, and in the best settings, and a ridiculous frame rate to go with it as well.
On my iPhone, image looks outstanding.
Oh, that's the one. Watching on 3G on the train as well, in between tunnels. I don't know what's worse, having internet on the train or no internet at all. Probably no internet at all, because you don't try to use it.
Yeah.
You're not just sat there waiting then. You just know it's not going to work.
Why is it what is it doing?
Huh.
It's being silly.
Weird.
I do know why it's doing that. It's, again, because we're
duplicating
it's reading the maximum display of the streamer rather than this, which is
reflex
stupid.
on boost. It's only on.
Well, we can test to see whether that was real 1440p or not by just loading in again. And if our frame rate's higher, then we know there it was.
Could have been 1080p though. Might have made more sense if you was getting 200 FPS.
Yeah, I think so. Although that does look noticeably worse now, though.
Yeah.
I think. But the frame rate is about the same, so weird.
Careful what which banners you look at.
Oh. It's all good.
Just look at the floor when you play Cyberpunk.
To be fair, I don't think any of them are like get you cancelled, but they're not great.
I think they're no, but they're close.
The bottoms up one is borderline.
Yeah, I've been playing it recently. There are some ones that can definitely get you maybe demonetized.
Right. Okay. So that's. I'm just a bit confused. Let's have a look. There must be a way. There must be a way to do this better. I mean, the alternative is literally to just unplug the cable and tell you what the frame rate is. That wouldn't be as good. That is definitely our main monitor, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah.
Oh, or maybe you don't have one.
Is it because of the duplication?
Yeah.
Maybe try it without the...
What I'm going to do, right, this is amazing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bin off Blackmagic, right? So Blackmagic's going to say, oh, Carl, we've got an issue.
Double vision.
Right, we're going to bin that off. We're going to open Cyberpunk again, and then I'm going to duplicate it whilst it's open.
Got it, yeah.
And then we're going to see, because that should work fine. It's just getting confused.
I'm waiting for you.
I just couldn't see him. There he is. Right.
Do we want to spin the monitor a bit?
Why? No. I know. This is part of the plan.
Right.
You're going to go to camera 3 in a second.
Okay.
Don't you worry. I've got this under control. When have I ever done anything wrong, especially in a live stream? Right. So open this up. Yeah. I wonder whether, I don't know. I do this a lot as well. I kind of like talk to myself. We go all the way up to 4K, like we'll go big. We'll set this to DLSS performance. Oops. Because you don't need the full balanced or quality at 4K. Like genuinely, you will still be blown away.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people don't always believe me when I say this, because if you're testing DLSS at 1080 or 1440p, if you put it in performance, it obviously doesn't look anywhere near as good as native, especially 1080p. But at 4K, it really does.
There we go.
So there you go. That's what you are getting now, a private show now of Cyberpunk, and we're getting around about 80 frames a second. That's not bad.
But that's at 4K with path tracing. Previously, I was running at 1440p without path tracing.
Yeah.
And getting about the same. So
and sure enough as well, the latency is 52. So the latency has gone down by turning up to 4K. So that latency, you will have to ignore. No, I'm doing it. No, don't worry. I got this. Right, camera 3.
The swivel capabilities of the monitor.
Camera 3, please.
You ready?
Oh, that's broke. Oh no, yeah?
No. Oh.
Yeah?
we just can't see it.
We can't. We can see it on
fine.
there. That's fine.
It says 200 FPS.
Oh, so it doesn't like it.
Yeah.
Unless, well, I thought it was supposed to duplicate. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. Sorry, guys. Oh. It's difficult. This is why we don't do live gameplay, because it's just faff.
Are we back in the game?
Oh, people are shooting me now. It's a disaster.
It's just a black screen, Marcus. Nothing's happening.
Oh no. Oh, we're back.
Yeah, I know. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Like, don't worry. Right. So I'm going to make it 1440p. Then I'm going to make it 4K. Happy. Again, quality content. You wouldn't get this anywhere else. The mouse now doesn't work.
Has it died?
I mean, to be fair, yeah, maybe. Oh, no,
Oh, it's back.
That's good. Right. Now, we need to go into the desktop. We press P, duplicate. Okay.
Oh, put something back on the screen.
Yep. Is this the one now? Have we finally done it? I think it's getting upset. Oh. No, I think it's done it again, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's reduced.
Why are you doing
it says
that?
it isn't, but...
Yeah, okay, so our master plan didn't really work. So what we will have... Oh, it's just so annoying, isn't it? Unless we do that, that's the other option. No, that just kills it. What should we do? Should we just show people?
Just turn it round. Go.
Watch out.
What?
Monitor's gonna fall.
That would be good, wouldn't it? Asus would say we can keep it now. Yeah, that wouldn't be so good. Full screen. Will it reload? Oh, was I on?
Double.
Well, we've got our resolutions back. Okay. So you walk people through it.
4K.
I'll go stand here, looking pretty. So frame rate wise, this is 4K, pretty match max settings, path tracing, DLSS 3, frame gen, DLSS super resolution performance, and you're getting 82 frames a second, 85. Latency 56, 59 milliseconds. So on the upper end, but definitely.
Oh, the mouse has gone again.
Okay, so the mouse is. I don't know why the mouse is running out of battery because it has a has an actual battery in it. That's it. All right, just put chaos. Is there another? There's a battery in there. This is. There, that's dead.
Okay.
Hold on, I've got some spares. It's all right. I don't. What's happened? I must have just left it out. How do we get the battery out of this? Right, no one's to see what mouse this is, okay? No one can see. But we're going to go for plan. I mean, I say that, I can't actually. Where's the receiver? That's also in the other PC.
Oh. You want my mouse?
No.
It's a great
not
screen.
Oh, it is. It's...
Yeah, well, the menu screen is great.
Right, no one is to see what this is, okay?
Alright. I've changed the angle, there we go. No one can see.
No one knows. I do like that mouse, it's good. Right, we're back. So, Cyberpunk 4K, all the NVIDIA features, including reflex.
Actually, I'm going to just quickly change that because it's...
What?
Oh, okay. So
if you're using frame gen, you have to have reflex
okay,
enabled. It uses the same pipeline.
Yeah.
And I realised as well, actually, when we're talking NVIDIA, we haven't spoken obviously about NVIDIA Studio, because you being a creator and a gamer, you would probably want to use the NVIDIA Studio drivers. So something that NVIDIA does that's really cool in their GeForce Experience or in their GeForce NVIDIA Beta app, I should say, you can choose whether you want the gaming like drivers or the NVIDIA Studio drivers. So that will mean that you'll get the latest drivers that are sort of certified for use in like your creative suites, because the gaming drivers are like a little bit quicker to come out, but they obviously prioritize games, whereas the Studio ones will prioritize productivity suites.
Oh, no.
So you're less likely to run into like driver issues for creative apps and things like that. But obviously you've got a whole host of NVIDIA features that work really well for content creation. Obviously, you've got NVIDIA CUDA, which is going to accelerate all of your CUDA-supported apps. So if you want to use things like DaVinci Resolve, for example, we have Blackmagic cameras here, so it's really good at decoding B-RAW, but it will accelerate your applications and things as well. So NVIDIA is not just a great graphics card for gaming, but obviously for creating as well, or someone like yourself or myself that do gaming and content creation at the same time, a blur between the two. So check it out in GeForce Experience. All right, you've done enough gaming now. Can you turn this down to 1440 so we can actually see?
Yeah.
See, look, he would have been here all night.
So we're up to about 160.
Yeah, so yeah, there we go. About 160, 170 FPS with path tracing. And then what's it like if you turn path tracing off? Well, okay, yeah, leave it as it is.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, so if you just turn path tracing, so ray tracing on, path tracing off.
Yeah, I see, yeah.
Yeah, so this is obviously less than 10.
200.
208 frames a second with ray tracing at 1440p. Latency 36 milliseconds, so that must feel pretty insane.
It does feel, yeah, you can feel it. Like it's pretty impressive. Because obviously I've been playing this at these sort of settings at like 60 to 70, 80, depending on.
Oh, that's a massive difference then.
And you know, look, you can see the entire city, and it's a demanding area, and yeah, 200 plus FPS can't really go wrong.
I mean, you didn't get frame gen on your current system,
No,
do you?
no. This is my first time experiencing it.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry to say that the experience won't be as good, not on this monitor. But
That's fine.
I mean, to be fair, actually, what we can do. Hang on a sec. If we can show you the HDR as well. Last thing before we wrap this up. Look, we go 4K. We do. Isn't there a hotkey? There's a hotkey for turning on HDR.
Yeah, I always accidentally catch it.
Can't remember what it is.
Yeah.
What?
It says use HDR.
Oh, there you go. Oh, to be fair, if you use HDR, you want to upgrade to Windows 11. It's way better for HDR.
That's like the one thing I'm like.
It's worth doing. It's worth doing. Yeah, we have to close this down again.
Yeah.
Any last questions, by the way, guys? Please do let us know. Get them in the chat now. Anything you want, whether it's PC related, even if it's the dregs of questions, we will answer them now, won't we, Carl?
The dregs.
We love the dregs.
Ops is gaming. There looks like they're heading off. They've got to get back to work as well, I'm guessing.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Oh, someone said that's a mouse.
Oh.
Sorry.
No one knows what that is.
No, it's not.
They should have sent me longer lasting batteries.
You got caught out.
Yeah, well, at the end of the day, like, this keyboard is awesome. That ROG Azoth. Yeah. Remember as well, by the way, links to everything featured if you want to check out current pricing is linked down below. And if you're only just tuning in, reminder this video is sponsored, or the stream is sponsored by NVIDIA and Asus ROG.
Can it run Roblox?
No.
Tried.
Let's try again. Pretty sure it looks better in Windows 11 though. It looks.
Yeah, but.
What is the CPU temperature? Or does that not say up there?
It doesn't say.
Ah.
I don't know why, it looks slightly yellow to be fair. I think that's a config thing. But yeah, HDR on this, you can already see it like just has so much more pop to it.
The advertisements, the neon stuff.
Ah, not the advertisements. Look where your eyes can't see. Yeah, once you start using HDR, you can't really. It's hard to go back.
Maximum brightness.
Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, you just get way more pop. Looks really nice. But if you upgrade to Windows 11, it gives you more functionality. It just works better, and you can customize like you set it up in Windows. It's called like the HDR tool or something. It's like a Windows Store app, but it's Windows themselves that make it.
And there's also auto HDR as well on some games and stuff.
Exactly, which works really well. So yeah, there you are. This is your new gaming PC. This is 125 frames a second now at 4K with ray tracing, 43 milliseconds of latency. Any last questions, Cole, that we can answer?
Can we see Warzone on it?
I don't have that installed. Haven't had it installed in years. Sorry.
We don't have time for a 200 gig download.
No, sorry guys. Yeah. Any questions? Look, come on, I'll read them out. Quick fire. How much VRAM is it using? This will be using about...
Doesn't say.
10. Probably.
About 10.
Is a competing card bad to this? I mean, it's not as good for ray tracing, so yes. Why are you using a 4080, not 4090? Because Asus were tight. Any other reason?
If AIO has pre-applied thermal paste, should I stick with it?
Or use your own? I would probably stick with it, to be honest with you. Unless,
we stuck with it.
We stuck with it?
Yeah, you'd be fine unless you specifically want to. Like, if you have this i9, you want to overclock it.
Yeah.
It probably is worth buying some like serious thermal compound, I suppose. But for most people, it's not going to make any real drastic difference. Anything else?
Wow.
No?
What's the memory sweet spot for Intel? Is it 6400 CL32 or 66?
We will be testing memory speed actually in an upcoming video in a couple of weeks' time. But we've just got the how much RAM do you need in a gaming PC ready. That will be going live in a couple of days' time. So that will be interesting. Were you interested in the results, Carl?
The results?
RAM capacity.
Oh, yeah.
Brilliant. All right, with that, it's time to end. Thank you so much for tuning into this stream. Really hope you've enjoyed it. We'll love to do this again sometime.
It was a lot of fun. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for coming in. Obviously, you get to take this PC home with you, which is quite something. I think we're going to do a little bit extra gaming stuff on your channel in a second, aren't we? So where should they go?
As a True on YouTube.
How do you spell that?
AZZATRU.
It's too quick. Slow it down.
AZZATRU. There you go.
There you go. You got that. So yeah, we're going to be doing a little bit more gameplay over on that in just a second. But as I say, thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Once again, if you want to check out current pricing, affiliate links are listed down below. Buy a PC-centric mouse mat, because once they're gone, they're gone. I will not be doing another run of these.
Good quality.
Good quality. Genuinely impartial. I've had someone say it's all right before, so you never know what you're going to get. But yeah, we love this thing. It's awesome. But thank you so much for checking out this video. Thank you to Carl, of course, as well, editor Carl.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'll just link in Asus channel in the.
Thank you very much.
In the chat.
Anything you want to, any closing remarks?
Editor Carl for the win.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much the glue of this stream. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and we will catch you in the next one.